Oh, the tethers done did it this time. The tethers have done did it this time, y'all. They done messed up. They done messed up for real. They've pushed foundational Black Americans to the point where a huge conversation about a nationwide boycott of Africans is now being discussed. So we're going to get to the details of this. We're going to discuss this because this is pretty big news.
The price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
Black first, my brothers and my sisters, family. We got much to discuss this evening. We have a lot to discuss this evening. All right. We got a lot to discuss. We got so much stuff, so many receipts. I couldn't even download them all. I got them pulled up in different places. So we're going to be a little bit different tonight. We are going to be a little bit different, but we got things we got to discuss, got to handle. All right. Shout out to everybody already in here. Shout out to every single last one of you guys. Appreciate you all. So we're talking about the boycott. Okay. The upcoming boycott. So let me just start off by playing the copyright disclaimer. We're going to start that off because we got a lot to cover. So we're going to start off there. And then we're going to go into how it happened. Then we're going to do a little bit of rewind because we're going to do a full analysis of this situation so far. All right. So y'all hit that like button. I'll be right back. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so let me start off with showing you guys why. Why are we here? Why is there even a conversation about some boycott here? All right, this happens because for generations, foundational Black Americans have been disrespected by non-FBAs, all right? And it's been unaddressed. So we're going to pull up some of the receipts because some people are going to make it seem like we tripping and we doing too much and why y'all got to be so divisive and hateful and all of that stuff. So we're going to start pulling up some receipts just to show. The first thing I want to show is I remember when Michael B. Jordan, do you guys remember when Michael B. Jordan, when he came out with the drink Gervais, and they said that's cultural appropriation because you are not Caribbean, Michael. So much so you have to rename the rum and apologize for using a name of something that's Caribbean when you are not Caribbean. I remember that. And remember, we were all like, hey, man, damn, that's how y'all want to go about it? That's how y'all want to do? That's one. Okay, we got a lot of stuff because this is a build up of a lot of things that's been going on that has not been addressed. We looked and we was like, damn, y'all gonna be like that about it? And then we have to listen to people disrespecting our culture. We have to listen to that. Let me pull this clip up. And I got all of this stuff saved. Hold on. All right, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. It's very important. All right. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. All right, there it is. There it is. There it is. Now I remember this was from some years ago. A panel of tethers. Remember this? A panel of tethers right here. Hold on for a second. Zoom in. Make this bigger for y'all. I want y'all to really get it. This is a panel full of tethers. Really understand where we're coming from with this.
I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these Black men in the street is very attractive and it's a turn on, you know? And
did y'all hear that? Okay. White men are the epitome of masculinity, and watching them beat Black men in the street is a turn on. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. And y'all wonder why we got tether fatigue. Okay.
I'm wondering, does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all off the chain.
A lot of them they in the chat room deep.
Okay? Y'all are off the proverbial chain.
That's Discord talk.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, that's Discord talk.
I was like, why has nobody said that? You know, because I'm like, that's masculine. You talk about masculine.
We say that all the time in Discord, Tanasia.
You say that for the back.
Yeah, you have to save that one for the back room when we got the door closed. I can't with
We
y'all.
use the hard R for long.
Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about we say the hard R so hard it sounds like we growling back there around this bitch.
Oh, Tanasia, you got to come back there with us.
Okay, all right. And y'all say tether fatigue. Y'all act like we tripping. Okay, you're acting like we tripping. They say the hard R. They get turned on. Oh, okay, all right, okay. Let's just go through the receipts here. We got to go through the receipts to show you guys because y'all be swearing that we tripping. Do you guys remember this? I did a video about this. This is one of my first really big videos. Y'all remember this?
It's gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down.
Hold on.
African.
Yeah.
We a little different when it comes to stage presence. Now in America, oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half asleep because they high as hell on stage.
Yeah.
But Africa, we wake up morning like look at these YouTube clips of all these kids from Uganda and how they be, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids are performers. Like so for us it comes natural, you know, like to watch the kids from African.
Yeah.
We a little different when it comes to stage presence.
Okay. Watching people, Africa is different. We be coming in and we lazy and we got our pants hanging down and all of this stuff. Akon wouldn't have a damn platform or a name of any relevance at all if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans and FBA culture, something he cosplayed, and then he wants to get on the damn interview with someone else who is non-FBA, keep that in mind, and be all like, oh, well, I mean, Black Americans, man, y'all be your pants hanging down and sagging and all of this and all of that. Okay, all right, okay. So that's how we doing it. That's how we rolling. All right. But you got a lot of them. A lot of them have been saying greasy stuff about FBA. Let me pull this one up. Y'all.
Foundational Black Americans.
I got to pull them up because I got so many. It takes a little bit of time. Look at this. Notice he got the do-rag on, hiding his forehead, hiding his big ass forehead.
Bro, what is good with y'all foundational Black Americans? I cannot stand y'all. Y'all always have something against African immigrants. Bro, y'all love to claim that y'all are the original Native Americans. Y'all love to claim that y'all the original Moors, the original Egyptians. Y'all love to claim this and that. Y'all claim anything but being African, bro. And to the ones that's confused, there's two reasons why I'm making this video. I'm pretty sure a lot of us know who Tariq Nasheed is. Yeah, this guy, the Lord and Savior of this group that calls themselves foundational Black Americans. Bro, this man always has something against African immigrants. Pretty much he blamed all the attacks on Asians, claiming that it's mainly been by African immigrants. This man said that immigration should not be a Black issue because it doesn't affect foundational Black Americans. So forget all the other Black immigrants. Like it shouldn't be an issue at all, according to this man's logic. And mind you, pretty much his entire followers are people who do agree with him. And I kid you not, pretty much by y'all logic, bro, that like according to y'all logic, white supremacy, they can easily tell an African immigrant apart and a foundational Black American apart. So yeah, they're gonna like treat us differently because I mean we're immigrants. I mean, hell, for the heck of it, why wouldn't they? Like, bro, we are the most laughable race on the planet. Like, I don't even blame other races for laughing at us, because I'd be laughing too. And the second reason why I made this video is because some jit, I kid you not, yesterday attacked me saying I have no say on Black issues because I'm an immigrant or my family is just immigrants. So we have no say on Black business. Bro, if y'all don't go ahead and do something productive with y'all time, y'all little lame ass jits, like, bro, like, y'all so lame. Like, y'all are OD lame. Like, y'all should have better stuff to do with your time. Like most of y'all too grown for this too. Oh, and I was born here too, you lame ass jit. And come to think of it, y'all really do be claiming to be everybody else but y'all own. Like, I be seeing y'all claim to be the original Jews, the original Asians of Asia. Like, y'all would never, ever connect to y'all African roots. Y'all lame. Bro, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments.
Okay. All right. We got more receipts. We have more receipts. I'm doing this for a reason. All of this is for a reason, because this is going to build up. And we've been listening to this. Akon, all of these people disrespect us, wish bad on us for the longest time, call us bullet bags, just for no reason whatsoever, blatantly just insult us for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Okay, let me show you. Come on, let me pull up more receipts. Okay. Nah, but the fact that Black Americans speak English 24/7 is so crazy. And then Abani home language. Okay, so you're making fun of the fact that we speak English. Okay. And that's one of the things that they were doing. Oh, y'all know it's English. Y'all don't know nothing besides English. We know our own language. Okay. Not an American minority talking. Try again. Think about it this time. All right. And then she goes, for what? Wait, I forgot y'all used to getting locked up for nothing. Okay. All right. Okay. Tell them to stop shooting y'all though. Okay. All right. Tell them to stop shooting y'all. Okay. Okay. And then when we say we get targeted by the police, they be all like, oh no, hold on. You cannot say that, because when a cop sees me and sees you, he does not know and he does not care. He only sees black. Y'all be making fun of us getting shot and beat up by the police. So clearly y'all see us getting assaulted by the police not as black people getting assaulted. Y'all have differentiated, or if I could use this term, delineated. If I could use that term. Y'all have already done that. That's why y'all feel like talking about the police and police brutality is a unique insult to us, because y'all have done that. All right. And now, mind you, Pan-Africanists, they don't like to say anything about that. It's fine. It's fine to them. It's absolutely fine. They don't care. They're not mad. Okay. Do y'all remember? And I just pulling up receipts of why we got to this point. Do y'all remember when they did the Zulu parade? And the Zulu parade in New Orleans. Found out there was a Zulu parade in New Orleans. Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Okay. And remember what the responses were. The responses, here's an idea. Let's have our own I'm a nigger parade. Or maybe just rebrand the Cotton Fest into Cotton Picking Fest. Okay. I'll bring the cotton if y'all bring the whips. You see the flag right there, don't you? Do you see the flag right there? Making fun of slavery and picking cotton and all of this. Okay. Oh, wow. Black Americans are the worst version of black people there is. Now, I'm going to say something later. Okay. Hold on. I watched Harriet last week and felt bad for Black Americans. I take my feelings back. Okay. All right. Damn. And then they found out they was wrong about the whole Zulu thing. And I'm saying this to let you guys know, again, this is not y'all thinking that FBA is a group. It's not, because the same stuff y'all say about FBA, y'all will say about Black Americans. Y'all are attacking the lineage. Y'all make no difference. Y'all don't respect Black Americans and then disrespect FBA. The same things that you guys attack FBA for, you guys attack Black Americans for, or African Americans for. You guys attacking the lineage. All right. So let's keep that in mind. They use FBA and they keep trying to frame it as a group, so therefore they can justify their attacks on us. Do you understand? Because they'll say, well, hold on, I don't have a problem with Black Americans, I only have a problem with the FBAs. And they try to make some distinction so they can attack us without any pushback. But when you look at receipts, and I'm glad we got receipts, this is why I love it. I love it, because I was like, damn, okay, y'all not gonna say nothing. Damn, okay, y'all not gonna say nothing. Damn, I'm just screenshot. Okay. Now it's got to this point. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now it's gotten to this point now. So now y'all can't be like, what are we don't even do nothing. We don't do anything. Let me pull up some more stuff. We're not done. Let me pull up some more stuff. Y'all remember this?
Like, when I'm asking general questions, I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. Y'all niggas is black. You're black. You're just black.
Just be yourself and hit them with hey. Also, I just found the Anarchy hoodie yesterday. Can't wait. Finna resubscribe in a little W female viewer. Big 2 months December 9th.
Thank you so much. Bro, you're just fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that see you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not word. You're not Ghanaian. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not Cuban. You are American.
I farted so loud.
Okay, all right. We just American. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. That's interesting. Now remember this?
Americans. I need somebody with culture. I'm sorry.
Black Americans got culture. Americans got culture.
Keep rolling. I need somebody with some culture.
Americans don't have culture.
Y'all got culture?
We got the culture. We are the culture.
Who the culture?
We are the culture. Globally, they know about Black Americans.
No, hold on. We not
globally, they know about Black Americans.
But you gotta remember 1804, baby. I'm the one that won
American. We're not gonna use the word American.
Okay,
Black Americans.
Remember that? I'm pulling up a whole bunch of receipts, y'all. I want this to be, y'all need to fully understand why we're at where we're at.
It's gonna tick a lot of Black Americans off, bro. I'm just saying. I started looking at how other blacks in America, non-Native Americans, perform in the same context. Now, I'm Nigerian. Shout out to my Niger boys and Niger girls out there. And so, a lot of people don't like Nigerians. But a lot of the data, whether it's in Canada, US, UK, wherever you go, immigrant communities, Black immigrant communities, especially Nigerians, tend to outperform,
crush the game,
everybody else,
killing the game, like outperforming white people, killing the game,
outperforming. They're still obviously numerically the smaller number, but outperforming other locally born Black Americans.
That's right.
And then I was like, there's a conversation to be had here. I'm like, bruh, you're complaining about systemic oppression. You're complaining about the system is against you. Meanwhile, this other guy came from an even more impoverished environment, started after you, because when he came here, he didn't come with nothing. He didn't move out to 90210 or whatever the Podge zip code is.
Yeah.
He moved into the same neighborhood you was in.
Grinded.
And a lot of times, I'm going to just say it for what it is. Y'all weren't even messing with him because you were calling him the African booty scratcher. Happens.
That's right.
Happens.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolute facts.
You talking about how the system is against you.
Yeah.
You finding another Black brother who came from another country.
Yeah.
Talking down on him. Meanwhile, that brother says, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my taxi overnight. I'm going to go to school during the day. And I'm going to have my side hustle. Fast forward 10 years later, that brother done moved out the hood and can buy the whole hood.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And so like when I was looking at the
stats. Okay. We going through a whole receipt thread. I'm doing this right now because what they're going to do is they're going to be like, we didn't do nothing. No, this is a buildup of years and years and years of us telling y'all, hey, y'all talking kind of greasy right now. Y'all talking with a little bit too much bass in y'all voice. I don't know where all this disrespect and animosity is coming from, but y'all need to pipe down. And they all, oh, we better. Okay. All right. And they've been bragging. These are recent. Okay. But this is something we've been going through for generations. All right. They've been bragging about how much better they're doing than us and how much we need to follow them.
of hearing a lot of people saying things about black people this, Africa this, and that. Let's get some facts straight. If you hate Africa so much, that's fine. Don't try to find out where your ancestors are from. It's okay, you're born here, accept that. We accept that too. But we never force our narratives on you that are over here, or people who claim to be born over here. That's fine. But you guys find it so okay and normal to talk nonsense and say stupid things about Africans or the people that migrated from Africa to the United States, like it's the end of the world for them. Listen, let me tell you something you don't understand. Just because we come over here to adventure into things does not make us less of who we are. You should be actually grateful for the fact that Africans come over to the United States or to the other countries to help liberate you guys from the things you don't even know. Okay? It's just like in the Bible, like when God told Adam and Eve not to eat the forbidden fruit. I'll put it this way. We are the forbidden fruit. There's a lot of things you guys didn't know existed until we started coming here. If we didn't come here, some of you wouldn't even have that mindset to be trying to endeavor in different type of businesses. I'm not saying you guys haven't been doing that for a while.
So apparently, according to them, we needed them. Because if it wasn't for that, then it would have been we wouldn't have involved ourselves in other businesses and things like that. Remember that's what they were saying. We needed them and all of that. Okay, all right. Now I'm letting y'all know this is where it gets worse, y'all. It gets worse than that. It gets worse. It keeps getting worse. Okay. Do y'all remember when they put that disrespectful statue of Dr. King? They had some type of real disrespectful statue of Dr. King and his arm, and his arm was kind of like hugging Coretta's arm. It was a very weird mockery statue. Do you guys remember that? And we, as foundational Black Americans who have a lot of respect for Dr. King, we rightfully push back against that. And then you had a whole bunch of you had a bunch of tethers who was sitting up there acting like that wasn't no big deal and that was a good statue and all of that stuff. Okay. And I kept these receipts. Oh, I'm great with keeping receipts, and I do it for a good reason. Okay. This is what my way of giving back to the community. All right, let's look at it. This was the crazy statue that they got from this picture, and they made some very weird, kind of suspect looking, because to be honest, this statue can be this statue is damn near inappropriate, and it's a mockery of this picture. Because they tried to claim it was based off this picture. You can't tell. All right. So what they said was, please read my other tweet about the sculpture, but there is another angle in the photo of the two. The embrace is based on. Okay. So then here she said he was cheating on her that weekend, which just makes this a waste of money at any angle. So the narrative that Dr. King was out there pretty much moving and cheating on Coretta every single time he could. First off, that's a COINTELPRO lie. That's already been debunked. Even Coretta debunked that. There is no proof of that. Nobody has any names. Nobody has any receipts. Nobody has any DNA evidence of Dr. King being unfaithful ever. You don't know the name of anybody he quote unquote cheated with. Nobody's came up and said it's been me. Nobody knows no name, when it happened, where it happened. It's a COINTELPRO lie that Dr. King cheated on his wife. That's a lie. All right. But you got a whole, he cheated on his wife. Okay. So I said, okay, well,
where's your
family from? And then bam, you turn back. Oh, you see the Haitian flags here. Okay. Part Geechee, part Zo, or part Geechee, part Zo, part Choctaw. But my ethnicity is Southern African American, aka I'm just black. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see what we got to go with? Got to deal with the disrespect. This has been time after time after time after time. Do you see that? the people who perpetuate these lies against Dr. King. There was another tether who was perpetuating a lie some years ago that Malcolm X was bisexual. That was a thing that they was trying to push too, that Malcolm X slept with some dudes before he joined the nation or whatever. That's been debunked. That's been a lie. But you had some moist tether who was pushing that out. Do you guys remember that? All right. So it's been a whole bunch of lies on our icons and ancestors that these tethers have been pushing. And you wonder why we got this tether fatigue. And then when we say something, all of a sudden, you know, oh, why y'all don't got to do that. We should all be working together and sticking together. No, we're not. No. Okay. Because y'all will allow people, Pan-Africanists, y'all don't really say too much of anything when y'all see people going off. Do y'all remember this?
Niggas want the American taxpayer to give you guys the money so you can go ahead and run and use it to buy some Jordans, weed, Hennessy, and all the other stupid shit you niggas do. You guys literally are terrible with your money and don't want to work hard. Then you want to go ahead and insult immigrants, call them tethers, and all this other shit. You niggas are tethers. You guys are foundationally black Americans. Well, let me get this straight. Hold on one second. You stupid ass niggas were born here. Your father was born here. That isn't in your life, by the way. Your mother was born here. Your great-granddaddy was born here. Your granddaddy was born here. Your grandma was born here. So you've been here for what? 7, 8 generations, and you're still on Section 8? I think that's a big no.
Okay, they're coming here. I got so much stuff to play. I can't even play the whole thing. But Myron and the people on his panel, when they had the Fresh and Fit people, the Fresh and Fit dude, and whatever the case is, remember that? They was also you know, saying a whole bunch of disrespectful stuff. The other guy on the Fresh and Fit thing saying a bunch of disrespectful stuff. All right. Remember, they bought another tether onto the Fresh and Fit thing.
Because after our edition, we'll join Candace Owens and some lovely ladies in the band.
Yeah, and remember they bought Candace Owens on the Fresh and Fit thing?
We're just gonna get right into it, man.
Might as well.
We might as well. Chris, you got a quick announcement, then we'll get right into it. Go ahead.
Candace Owens. Next.
Like, damn, Chris ain't talking. Let's go.
Talk negatively. She doesn't mind talking negatively about FBA, but she will openly admit she doesn't want to talk about Caribbeans in a negative way.
Honest, I have a Caribbean bias. My former producer made it very clear to me that I have a Caribbean bias because she'd pitch me stories or like say like Rihanna did this, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Rihanna, or like Nicki Minaj, and she's like, but you, I have a Caribbean bias.
You see, because what they like to do is they like to highlight the good parts. Anything they do good. When Haitian becomes a doctor or a Nigerian becomes a doctor, lawyer, whatever the case is, they'll be all like, oh, first Nigerian doctor in his family. Oh, Haitian doctor at this age. They will specify, which is delineation, because that's what it is. You are differentiating yourself from the rest of the group. That is delineation, but nobody says that that's a problem when they do it. Just keep that in mind. Just keep game on that. That's never an issue when they do it. All right. So we got some more stuff. I know I'm hitting y'all with a lot. I know y'all need a break. Y'all need to get some water or something like that. Y'all go ahead and do that. But we got a lot more receipts. So with this, and this stuff has been building up for years and years and years and years. All right. To the point where they just openly damn near wishing violence on us. Honestly. You got some more. They openly wishing violence. Remember this one.
Talk about what foundational Black Americans are. So the term refers to a concept coined by activist and filmmaker Tariq Nasheed. It's used to describe Black individuals in the United States who are descendants of African people enslaved in the U.S. prior to the abolition of slavery in 1865. Here we go. I want to start off with you, Shelley.
My never to be humble opinion is that this movement is a way to further segregate and divide Black people. Give me a second. And have these FBAs use this one as a good separation technique or a good segregation technique. Now, let me say this. I don't give a damn who you associate with, who you want to be called, or what group. I don't really care. But I think this particular issue is a way for, I'm going to say, maybe more conservatives to use as, oh, I'm separating myself because I am a slave or have ancestors that were slaves or what.
Okay, it keeps playing, but notice that now we're causing division. That's what they say. Oh, you're causing division. You're causing division. Well, let me tell you. Let me ask you a question. Should we want to be united with people like this?
Something plus dollars an hour, blood clot job. Talk to me, you fucking worthless ass motherfucking no good ass fucking Americans. That's why they keep y'all asses in whips and fucking chains. Y'all don't have no culture. Y'all don't have nothing. Y'all don't have shit. Tell me what kind of culture y'all have in this fucking country. Black Americans don't have shit. Y'all are fucking worthless, bum ass motherfuckers. Like I said, get up every day, go collect fucking food stamps, live on fucking Section 8. And want to take the people them fucking food stamp money and go buy crab legs, you worthless motherfuckers.
Anything else? Stop, Simon. I'm gonna drop you. Stop. Anything else? Boy, this is good TV. Anything else? Go ahead. The floor is yours, cool. We crackhead.
Yes, I'm here, motherfucker, to build a better opportunity. I can't wait for Donald Trump to send all you dumb Black American worthless ass motherfuckers to fucking alligator Alcatraz. Goodbye.
Oh. Okay. So these things are building up. And then we have an invasion on our culture. I know I'm doing this. We're doing this long. We're having an invasion on our particular culture that they say we don't have. Now, remember, Juneteenth, they were trying to say Juneteenth is a Pan-African holiday. They were trying to make it seem like Juneteenth was some type of Pan-African holiday. Okay. Let me replay that. Let me show you guys.
It's for Black Americans only.
Lock in, fuck niggas. We about to fact check this shit. First, if you fuck with me, make sure you hit that follow button. Let's get it. What the hell did he just say? Yeah, that makes zero sense. Because technically with that logic, that would mean the only people that can celebrate Juneteenth are Black Texans. Because if you don't know, June 19th is not the celebration of Black people in America being set free from slavery. Because Black people weren't set free until 1865 December when they ratified the 13th Amendment. And even then, that's still a stretch. So again, with that idea, why would any other person from the country celebrate Juneteenth? And let's just say we decide to stick with that idea. That would mean that 4th of July, Black people can't celebrate. Because during that time, Black people were not seen as humans, let alone as citizens. And this is why I'm making this video, because it's Juneteenth. I shouldn't be making any videos. Because Juneteenth should be a part of Pan-Africanism. Today is literally the day that African Americans in Texas were told that they were set free. Everyone should celebrate that. So no, if you're Black in America, you better be celebrating Juneteenth.
Okay. Just take over everything, right? Just take it over. And then you have the situation again. You have the situation with Essence. You have the owner of Essence. They openly admitted that they want to focus Essence. They want to change the way Essence was operating to make it more quote unquote global and have the focal point be Nigeria. Do you guys remember that? So all of this stuff it leads up. It's not one single situation. This wasn't just about Essence. This wasn't just about Juneteenth. This is a thing after a thing after a thing after a situation after an incident after one after two after three. It's so much stuff that any logical person is gonna be all like, hey, something gotta be done. We gotta do something. Y'all taking over Juneteenth and y'all sitting up there bragging about it, telling us that, or Essence, sorry. And y'all sitting up there bragging about it like, hey, we bought it, didn't we? You can't say nothing to us. We bought it. So if we bought it, y'all can't say nothing. Remember? Look at this.
Keep non-black Americans away from things that are for black Americans. Why is there a Jollof versus jambalaya competition at Essence Fest?
Because this is the owner of Essence Fest. And as you can see, he was born in Liberia. That's not Mississippi. That's a country in Africa. Okay? Again, this is the CEO of Essence Fest. And unfortunately, she is not from Delaware. She is from Kenya, which is also a country in East Africa.
Why are there African and Caribbean vendors at Essence Fest?
Because it was originally created by you guys. You know, you created a space for yourself, but then you sold it. You gave it away. Sold it to African people. So now you can't pick and choose who can come into that space because it's no longer yours. You sold it. That's kind of how the law of ownership works. And one thing about Africans, they're going to bring a Caribbean in every fucking time they can because we cousins, we locked in. So of course we going to be there.
Yeah.
Now what's interesting is that the tether you're hearing, she's not African, she's Caribbean. But yet she's going out of her way to defend Africans. Now, the owners you have here, okay, Richie Lou Dennis, and then Caroline, I forgot her last name, but they're both African. They're not Caribbean. But notice that you see Africans and Caribbeans piling up against FBA. And anytime it's a controversy with Africa or something like that, or with one African or Caribbean country, you see all of the diaspora tends to pile up and gang up on FBA. Why is she making a video sitting up there attacking this man if she's not even African? She shouldn't even be caring. But she's defending Africans because she sees herself, as she just said, closer to Africans than she does to FBA. Oh, we cousins. Okay, I thought we was all from the motherland, though. And realistically speaking, we should be closer to Caribbeans than they should be to Africa. FBA should be closer to Caribbeans because of similarities in our history in slavery than Africa. But yet you're siding with Africa against an FBA in our culture.
If Caribbeans and Africans want to have an event that's as big as Essence Fest, they can go create it.
Now, why exactly would we do that when you lot have already created the space and sold it for us to use? That's kind of like buying a house and choosing to sleep outside. Don't make no fucking sense.
And for the black Americans that have an issue with other black Americans having pride in being a black American, where is your racial self-esteem at? Why is it so low? What the hell is going on?
I don't think it's them with the self-esteem issue. I think it's you. Just stay at home. Anyway, shout out to all the African Americans that just fuck with everybody. Everybody fuck with you niggas too. Yeah, let us be outside. Let us enjoy. Good night.
Okay, all right. So with that being said, all of this stuff, and y'all like, okay, well, y'all ruining things, y'all buying stuff, y'all ruining stuff. We don't like what you guys are doing. You guys are messing the stuff up. We liked it how it was before. And they're flat out telling you, we don't care. We don't care if you feel like we messing it up. We bought it. We got a right to do what we want to do with it. That's been their response. So you putting somebody in a very hard place. You putting a group of people in a very difficult situation. So now, with that being said, and she wasn't the only one to say that. I got the full video. I wasn't able to find the other video of the original woman who said that. Right. So now with that being said, now people are talking about this woman. I'm going to pull up the clip. This woman talking about, hey, we're going to have to boycott them.
We should control the fest when we the one who bought it.
This is another somebody be like, y'all can't tell us how we should control the fest. We bought it. Okay.
How we should control the fest when we the one who bought it.
Black Americans, come here. Come here. This is a message for y'all, especially my Black American women. Come here, listen. I think it's time for us to show how strong and how powerful the Black American dollar is, since they don't believe us. I think it's time to boycott the braiding shops. That's what I think it's time to do. It's time to boycott the braiding shops. Stop going. We know how to braid. Let's braid our own hair. Support our own small businesses. Stop going to the braid shops. Teach them how to have some fucking respect, because they have none. Black American power. Black American dollar. They need us. We don't need them. Remember that. Do I wish there could be unity in a community? Absolutely. But that ain't gonna happen until they give us our fucking respect. And they've never done it. So, fuck all that. Boycott time. No more African braid shops. It's time to boycott the African braid shops. Stop going. Let's show them how powerful our Black American dollar is, since they think we can't control this fucking narrative. Since they think we got everything, let's show them how much we really fucking got. Black American power. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. Like, follow, share, comment below.
Okay. She later came out with another video expanding it, saying that we should boycott all immigrant businesses. Unless you need to go to a gas station, or if it's a necessity you need to go there, we should boycott all the Asians, the Indians, the Arabs, okay, the Hispanics, all of that stuff. Unless it's a necessity, we should boycott that. Okay, so it's not just the Africans, even though it started that way. And I'm showing you guys the videos as to what built this pressure up to now this is this big eruption. This is an eruption in the result of pressure that's been built up because tethers, not all Africans and Caribbeans, but the tether class goes unchecked even by the African and Caribbeans. Because the thing is that it doesn't take a lot of people to do major damage. Because they'll be like, it's not all. Nobody is saying it is. What we are saying is the people who are problematic are not just annoying, are not just an inconvenience. These people are incredibly problematic to our progress. Not just as far as disrespecting our culture and defending people who attack us, but also a part of when we try to get reparations. There's some of the main peoples coming up talking about we don't deserve reparations. Remember, I just played that clip from Myron Gaines. Remember this?
But I will.
Hold on.
A couple things is, all right, how many people in the United States today are actually descendants of slave owners? Forget descendants of slaves. Let's hold that to the side. Descendants of slave owners. You've had massive immigration into the United States over the last 150 years. So now you're going to say that people who immigrated to the United States, who are not descendants of slave owners, were not descendants of that trade, now they're going to be responsible for paying that out going forward. My mother's Jamaican. My father's Panamanian. You have a lot of black people in this country who are not descendants of the American slave trade. So I already know off top, there's a lot of black people in America who aren't going to be able to get that kind of benefit or get reparations.
Well, most people who are for reparations,
do you see that? Do you see? Oh, he said his mother is Jamaican and his father is Panamanian. Why are you speaking on reparations? Why are you speaking on something you admit you wouldn't apply for? You would not apply for this because your people are immigrants. You are an immigrant. You wouldn't apply for this, but yet they'll come here, they'll get into political positions, and then they'll say, well, you know what? I vote against reparations. Not just the Caribbean and Africans, you got Hispanics, Asians, all of them be all like, I can't get it. I'll vote against it. Because he can't get it. This is very problematic behavior, and it's coming from a set of people that we are told we can't address because that's divisive. Now, what he's doing, you won't see Pan-Africanists check him. You won't see Panamanians and Jamaicans. I don't see nobody being all like, hey, as a fellow Jamaican, I think we should mind our business. You don't see that. As a fellow Panamanian, I think we should mind our business. You don't see that. As a Pan-Africanist, I think you all should mind your business. Don't see that. But then when we say something, it's divisive. It's problematic. So this is why we're at where we're at. This is why we have this point. And of course, I don't want it to be this way. I really, really don't. But this is why. Now you have a lot of people. Why is this froze? Hold on for 1 second. Okay. This was froze for a second. You got a lot of people testing. You got a whole bunch of people testing it. Okay. And trying to hold on. and playing games. Let me show you some more clips. Now I gotta go to the TikTok because on TikTok they've been wilding on TikTok. Okay. So remember the sister who came up with the idea, and it was just because that was necessary. That's what needed to happen.
You just see the videos where they were like they're gonna boycott Africans in August.
Hold on.
Can y'all do it now? Like me, if I was so passionate about something.
So listen, I made this post.
I hate the fact that TikTok be so sensitive.
So what I'm reading from this comment is that I should start calling myself a foundational Black.
So listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American. She said Black American.
Now she's saying every ethnicity, so it's not particularly. And I told you guys, she made another video saying, "Hey, we should extend this to all of the immigrants because none of the immigrants show us any respect." And now look at what she had to say. This tether. Look at what she had to say.
Americans are sick of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not Black American. Did you hear that? I know plenty of African Americans, myself included, who have had nothing but love for Black Americans until some started acting like they were superior. But that's not even the main issue. My point is, if you truly believe every other ethnicity is against you, maybe it's time to look in the mirror and ask if the real problem might be you.
Oh, okay. So we the problem. We are the problem, not them. Now, I'm glad that's why I did what I did. I showed you guys the long laundry list of receipts before, because now they're gonna get out here and start playing dumb. Like, first off, we didn't do nothing. We just be minding our business. I showed you Akon. I showed you those tethers on the panel. I showed you Myron. I showed you video after video. We don't got no culture. We're just Black. We don't have no culture. All we do is the immigrants are coming over here doing better than us. Akon, we be sagging our pants and all of this stuff. Brian Donalds, oh, well, I can't get reparations, so they can. Year after year after year, them getting on Michael B. Jordan with the Zulu parade, stuff after stuff after stuff, incident after incident after incident. I'm showing you guys we did not start anything. So for the people being like, what did we do? We don't even do anything. Yes, you do. And now your ass is being held accountable for the stuff y'all do. If y'all wasn't on this page, it wouldn't have been like that. I swear it wouldn't have been like that, because I don't even want it to be like that. But okay, look at this. Hold on.
I'm gonna say this one time and one time only.
Hold on.
Indian lady said, "What?"
I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. This African Americans versus African bullshit it has to stop. This shit has to stop today. I'm tired of this shit because I'm fully African. I'm fully Nigerian, but I'm also fully American. I'm a citizen. I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama, 334. Since I was 4 years old, I've been living there, bro. Nobody can tell me I'm not fucking American. I'm fully American. I'm a whole citizen, legal. But I'm also, like, I'm a nigga. I'm a young nigga, but I'm also Nigerian. I grew up there till I was 4. So as somebody who's directly in the middle and both 100% Nigerian while 100% African American, this war bullshit, this propaganda, which y'all don't see that the white man is using to tear us apart, is stupid. And all y'all that are playing into it are stupid. It's so stupid. And the thing that annoys me is Africans, we be sitting back, we be minding our business, bro. We don't. Why would we talk shit about the people that are the originators? Black culture, nigga, that's us. We come to this country and we're given a platform, like we're given a standard and a blueprint to follow because of African Americans. We love and respect y'all. We look like y'all. So this whole fucking war is bullshit. All Africans, all we do is sit back and be quiet. Notice how you look up this fucking FBA versus African. Notice how it's all African Americans. Notice how you don't see any African saying some stupid shit, speaking bad about African Americans, because we don't do that. But I'm gonna be the nigga that stands up to let y'all know that y'all are being fucking puppets, bro. You're being controlled by a higher system. How the fuck am I arguing against a nigga that looks just like me, bro? Okay, you want to say besides the nose and the lips, that your grandfather fucking has, because he came directly from Nigeria, the city that I'm from, Calabar. Like, y'all need to tighten this shit up, bro. Y'all need, it's actually very fucking stupid. as a nigga that is fully, again, African and also fully American, because I've been living here all my life, this shit is doing nothing but driving us further and further and further away. I'm gonna say this one time and one time only.
All right.
This African Americans versus African bullshit
Africans just
it
be
has to
sitting
stop.
back, not
This
doing nothing, right? They don't be doing nothing. And this is the thing they're gonna be saying. Well, we don't be doing nothing, and y'all just be hating on us. Y'all be hating on us. I've showed y'all so many damn clips. And I would be here literally all night showing you guys every single situation. I've shown y'all so many clips of it takes this much, if anything, for the whole diaspora. It's not even one or two people. With Michael B. Jordan, you would think that it would only be the Caribbean, but then you had Africans piling up on Michael B. Jordan. Okay? Remember that one woman who was all like, I don't want no Black American at Carnival. Do y'all remember that? The whole, we just be chilling. Y'all remember that? It's stuff after stuff. The Zulu parade, stuff after stuff. So y'all be chilling and we just attacking y'all for no reason. We attacking y'all for no reason. And then notice he's saying, I'm fully American. No, you are a Nigerian immigrant. You're first generation if you were born here. But yeah, you're still Nigerian. Your lineage didn't get cut off. Your lineage didn't get cut off. You're still Nigerian. All right. Y'all look at every single opportunity to dogpile Black Americans. Y'all never miss a beat. The second y'all see us down, y'all will be like, ooh, let me get my kicks in. Everybody. All right. It doesn't matter if it was Michael B. Jordan. Why is Africans saying anything? But they was dogpiling them. Okay. If it was the Zulu parade for South Africans, why is everybody else saying that? But they was dogpiling us. It was, y'all look for every opportunity. So no, the whole thing of, well, no, it's not that. No, we just be minding our business and we don't even understand why y'all so mad. Is it because y'all jealous and y'all hating on us and all of this stuff? So now they're trying to say that FBA is some type of, well, first off, they're trying to say that the boycott is more of an economic problem than it is a culture issue. Look at this.
My video was already getting long, so I wanted to start a new video talking about what is actually at the root of this whole boycott African braiding salon nonsense, which is capitalism. Because diaspora wars and anti-African sentiments and xenophobia is just brain dead and unoriginal, uninspired. Boo, throwing tomatoes, this guy sucks, get him off the stage. What people's actual frustration is capitalism. Before there were African braiding shops, people were doing hair themselves. You know, you were braiding your neighbor's hair or your sister's hair. Like, braiding is a very communal, it's not even like hairstyling in general. It's very communal. It's something that is done with love. It was not necessarily based off of the pricing of receiving services, et cetera, et cetera. African braiding salons were created out of a demand for these services, on top of the fact that a lot of women who are seeking these braiding services, who are going to African hair braiding salons, they have been priced out of receiving these services from Black American hairstylists, salons, etc. The last time I went on Style Seat, this was like years ago, I went on Style Seats to get small knotless braids, and they were going for $500. That is just the reality of a lot of these services nowadays that we are receiving, because braids have been branded now as a luxury service. So to get Bora Bora braids, as we are getting more intricate braiding designs and styles, the price of these services are going up, and a lot of people are being priced out of going to stylists or traditional salons to receive these services. And braiding hair salons, African braiding salons, filled that gap. They filled that void. However, now we are seeing not only a rise in nationalism and fascism, the cost of everything is going up. Capitalism is your enemy. You can mark yourself as FBA. You can mark yourself as, I'm not, take the African out of African American. There's nothing African about me. I'm just American. Cool, 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 cool. I love that. I legit love it. At the end of the day, though, you are Black.
All right.
When somebody is
okay. Notice, and that's the gaslighting. Oh no, it's about capitalism. It's no, it's not. The woman in the video clearly stated why she did this. Clearly stated what this was about. It's not about we Black American women can't afford the braids anymore. You wouldn't be calling. Does that make sense? You wouldn't be calling for a boycott of something that you couldn't afford in the first place. If you can't afford it, just say, hey, they're charging too much money. We should do it ourselves and save the money. You wouldn't be calling for a boycott out of disrespect. And they keep trying to pivot it. Oh, no, it's not. We didn't do nothing wrong. They keep trying to pivot it. Oh, we didn't do nothing wrong. We didn't do nothing wrong. It's capitalism. Y'all hating on us. We be quiet. I'm showing y'all been bragging about how much better y'all are. Y'all bragging about y'all bought Essence. If y'all got it like that, then why don't y'all do it like that? Remember the other tether? Oh, yeah, a Nigerian, he'll work a cab and go to school and he'll buy the whole hood. Okay, if y'all got it like that, y'all don't need us. Y'all don't need us. We lazy and ghetto. And our pants be sagging. Akon said that. In Africa, they got heart and spirit and drive. Okay. Well, that's a little all right. Let's see how it go. Let's see how it goes. Let me get to super chats because we still got some more. AO, I appreciate my brother AO. He says, keep doing what you do, family. Hey, thank you, brother. And I appreciate your support. He gives a good super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you so very much, my brother. Appreciate you. Okay. Boxing Logics United says we should boycott them, including Indians, Arabs, etc. Hey, man, you don't got to tell me twice. You don't got to tell me more than once. I'm already on it. I'm on it. To hell with all of them. Okay. Mike says they do zero business with FBA, so do 0-0 with them. Hey, respect where you're respected. Go where you're respected. All right. Do business to the extent that they do business with you and no more. I fully agree with that. All right. Chris says they mad that Iceman, not us. Yeah. They mad at the Iceman. Yeah, they mad at the Iceman. They mad. They mad. We don't mind no ice. We don't mind no ice. We cool people. We don't mind no ice. They do. Remember, they was trying to get us to fight against ICE and all that stuff, saying it was a issue or whatever. So they out here, I'm not gonna lie to you, they out here talking kind of greasy, sitting up there bragging. I mean, they sitting up there kind of flexing a little bit, getting all upset and flexing. Look at this.
I just feel like if we're gonna boycott, let's boycott. Stop wearing head wraps.
Okay. Don't know why she got her face covered, but she got her face covered. Don't know what's going on, but okay, hold on.
I just feel like if we're gonna boycott, let's boycott. Stop wearing Nigerian prom dresses done by Nigerians. Stop going to Morocco. Stop getting your henna done. Stop wearing waist beads. Stop wearing Fulani braids. Stop wearing Senegalese braids. Stop wearing head wraps. Stop buying shea butter. Stop listening to Afro beats on my piano. Stop going to Dirty December. Stop eating jollof rice. Who said that? I said it. And the crazy thing is, y'all don't be having half of this energy for Indians, Koreans, Vietnamese, to the white man. And the gag is, we're all still black. We're black as hell at the end of the day. And if you don't want to be called African American, tell the white man to take off African American off the paper and put American. I just feel like,
well, actually, ma'am, we're already a couple steps ahead of you. Yeah, actually, ma'am, yeah, we already on that. You don't gotta tell us twice. We've been on that. Now, what's interesting about what she had to say, oh, y'all need to stop doing this because this is African, this, you don't, ooh, I promise y'all don't want to go there. Y'all don't want to go there. I promise y'all, because if we gonna go there, first off, I don't know anybody who wears Nigerian prom dresses to prom except Nigerians who are made by, I don't know no FBA, no offense, but I don't know a single FBA sister who wears a Nigerian prom dress to prom. The only people I see wearing Nigerian dresses are Nigerian. So, okay, all right, fine. Yeah, stop eating jollof rice. That's not no big threat. I'm trying to tell you. And some jollof rice is cool, but, ooh, y'all gonna stop eating jollof rice? That's not the threat you think it is. That's not the threat you think it is. Because if we go in there, then all of our inventions, y'all got to stop. So stop using doorknobs because we made doorknobs. Stop using fire extinguishers because we use that. Oh yeah, light bulbs, don't use that no more. Don't use light bulbs. Street lights, don't use street lights no more. Oh, we can go there. We can really go there if you want us to. If we just named our inventions, not even the parts of our culture, but just the inventions alone. Hey, as far as your doorbell camera and all that stuff, that was made by a black man. You can't use that no more. Oh, we can go there. The folding chair, yeah, you got to put that up. Can't use that. No, man, y'all don't want to play that game. I swear to God, you thinking some waist beads is your problem. I promise you. As far as I think even tampons. A black American sister came up with that. Don't use that no more. Or pads, one of the two. Don't use that no more. Oh, y'all don't want to go there. Oh, I promise you, you don't want to go there. Okay, soul food, no soul food no more. No soul food, no fried chicken, no macaroni, no yams, no greens, no black eyed peas, none of that, no cornbread, none of that. Okay, hip hop, don't listen to that. R&B, don't listen to that. Jazz, don't listen to that. Blues, don't listen to that. Country, don't listen to that. Rock and roll, don't listen to that. I promise you, we could go there. I promise you. Ice cream, stop eating ice cream. Now you got to stop eating ice cream. Come on. To be honest with you, French fries, y'all gonna have to stop with that too. It's a lot. We could really, really go there with that. As far as the shoes, no more Jordans for y'all. No more Tim's. We put that in fashion. Okay. No more snapback hats. No more bucket hats. We put that. No more chains. No more loop earrings. No more liner on your makeup. No. Ooh. As far as the do-rags, take your do-rags off. Take your bonnets off. Take all of that stuff off. The potato chips. You can't eat no more potato chips. You can't have no more peanut butter. Man, I promise y'all don't want to go there. I promise y'all don't want to take it to that level. I promise y'all don't want to take it to that level. Somebody said grits, y'all can't eat that no more. Man, listen. Hush puppies, y'all can't have that no more. Listen to me. Listen. Y'all don't, the refrigerator, yep, y'all can't use the refrigerator no more. Okay, as far as riding in the ambulance, y'all can't do that no more because we started the ambulance. Y'all can't do that. Eye exams, y'all can't do that. Y'all can't go on. Y'all can't press the button on the elevator. You got to take the stairs. Okay, man, we would be here all day if we was playing that game. Dry cleaners, eyelashes, all of that stuff. Y'all can't do none of that stuff no more. Man, do y'all want to play this? Do you know who you talking to? Y'all, they don't. This is why we got to know our history, because they will sit up there and be all like, man, y'all wearing waist beads and stuff like that. Whoa. This is why we got to know our history. Because when we hit them like, oh, yeah, let's play that game. Y'all stop with our stuff, and we're going to stop with y'all stuff, and then we're going to see who fold first. Man, listen to me. They going to come back copping and pleading. Yep. As far as heart surgeries, as far as vaccines, as far as all of that stuff. No, none of that no more. None of that no more. And y'all don't want to go there. I promise you, y'all don't want to go there. And you sitting up there puffing your chest out like y'all got some bragging rights. You talking about some? Oh, man, I promise you don't want to go there. I promise you don't want to go there. Okay. But look. We got some more people saying some talking at the side of their neck. Let me pull this up.
This video is for all those who are propagating for the boycott of African businesses on August 1st. Today is July 20th.
Also, I know I'm saying this, but technically, all the civil rights you enjoy, y'all need to stop enjoying those civil rights. If we go in there, and I just got to say this before we play the other video, if we go in, we got to stop messing with y'all stuff, and y'all got to stop messing with our stuff. So voting, actually, yeah, you can't vote no more. You know what I'm saying? Discrimination against you, yeah, you can't be anti all of that stuff. All of the civil rights you enjoy, you can do that. As a matter of fact, your right to be in the country goes away. Because remember, we did that for you. Yeah, let's wake that up. Let's tell that history. your right to be on this land is because of us doing that for you. So if we go in there, you need to leave. Totally. You don't have no right to be here if it wasn't for us. So, okay, all right. You just remember that. Why they want to talk about what they are doing for us.
I have seen those videos, quite a few of them, and thank you to those who have sent some of the videos to me as well. Listen, I'm going to address you with 2 African proverbs. African proverbs are not meant to be explained. They're meant to be just said and left for you to interpret. But because you've been cut off from Mother Africa for such a long time, I think you're lost, you're confused, you don't know who you are anymore. And the people who are asking for the boycott of African-owned businesses are people who look like Africans. Actually, guess what? They are initially from Africa, or that's where they are from originally. Oh, okay, so you're trying to be bad to your own self. Here are my proverbs to you. The first proverb goes like this. If a sheep leaves the flock, that doesn't make it a lion. You're part of the flock. You look like Africans. You came from there. You could deny it as much as you want. You can't change it. So you saying that boycott African-owned businesses, a community, a culture, a group of people where you belong, you're leaving, boycotting them, going, where are you going to? You are a part of the flock, and leaving does not make you a lion, okay? Doesn't make you more superior, doesn't make you more intelligent, doesn't make you anything better than these hardworking Africans who own businesses and are paying taxes to contribute towards the economy of this country. You want to boycott their businesses? Go ahead and do it. Again, a sheep may leave the flock, but that doesn't make it a lion. Hope you get it. Second African proverb is this. When the gods want to finish with you, I won't use the word, start with a K. I don't want TikTok to kick me out.
Okay, she goes on for a minute. She goes on, but she sounds kind of low. The volume is kind of low. So yeah, you get the point. We're all African and we're all a part of the flock. So my only question to that was, what happened here? What happened here? We're all a part of the flock and we're all African because we all extend from Africa and we're all one big family. And it doesn't matter how long ago you left or where you're from, you're still African. What happened here? Why do you guys feel like you guys have the right to delineate and distinguish yourself? Because you guys will do it when y'all want to brag about how well you guys are doing. When y'all want to brag about how much better you guys feel like you're doing than us, you will distinguish yourself. Y'all will make sure you put your nation there. Now, when we want to distinguish ourselves, oh, well, no, we're a part of the same flock and we're a part of the same big family tree. And don't you understand? Oh, no. Y'all let it be known very clearly that y'all do not see us as the same. Y'all let that be known very clearly. And anytime a Black American got beat up for quote unquote cultural appropriation, y'all didn't see nobody coming out there being all like, no, they are all the same. We are all the same. We are all the same people. You cannot get mad at him. He is black like you're black. We are all black. So why are you mad at Mako? Why are you mad at him? Oh no. Okay. Y'all been let it be. No, don't switch it up now. Because we was all trying to be one big family. We've been trying to be like that. Y'all been the ones being all like, actually, we better than y'all. Y'all not the same. We not the same. We are African. Y'all just black. Y'all just black. Like that's some type of negative thing. You're just a black. I'm a black this. I'm a black that. I come from here. I got this other language. I'm better than you guys. We do so much better than you guys. Okay, all right. So maybe if y'all do so much better, maybe we should stop supporting your businesses. Brother. Hold on. Do not do that. There's no need to do that. We are all black together. We have the same enemy. And we work together. You are from Africa. Oh, why do you not see this? Why do you not see this? We need to work together and stick together. Okay, I look black, you look black, we look the same. What are you doing? Oh, no, we're not doing that. We together when it's convenient for you, and then we're not when it's convenient for us. Oh, no, oh, hell no. No. All of this gaslighting y'all doing because y'all don't want to take accountability for what you guys have been doing. Y'all don't want to take accountability and acknowledge what you guys have been doing. Y'all sitting up there bragging about it. Y'all bragging about it, talking about, man, we don't boycott. If y'all want to boycott, y'all can boycott. We don't care. Dissing us.
I'm a Black American. My family has been here since the
Okay. Now, the whole Black American, this is why we use FBA, because now all of a sudden everybody's starting to claim to be a Black American, something they were not doing before. They weren't doing that before, but now all of a sudden, damn near all of these African immigrants are claiming to be a Black American or African American.
African. I'm a Black American. My family has been here since the 16th century, and we are African people. Everything that we do is African. I clean my ass because I'm an African. I use soap on my legs because I'm African. My family cooked food in a pit. We barbecued pigs in pits because we're African. We throw roots because we're African. I went to church and caught the Holy Spirit because we're African. White people don't catch spirits. We're African. We are African. Black Americans are African. I've decided that for the rest of the day, in the next 2 days, maybe the next week, I am only going to post videos debunking FBA, Black American superiority, Sulan nonsense. We are African. We are African. We are African. Black Americans are African. I am a Black American. My family has been here since the 16th.
Notice, and my thing is this. Why do they not say that to Caribbean people? Caribbean people don't get bombarded with, you got to denounce your nation and claim Africa solely. Notice they don't say that to Jamaican people, and Jamaican people will let it be known they are Jamaican. Nobody shames them, gaslights them. Nobody bashes them about, well, you can't really claim Jamaican. You're not really Jamaican. You African. Even though we don't know where you're from in Africa, but it doesn't matter. You're African. They don't say that to Jamaicans. They also don't say that to Haitians. They don't say that to Trinidadians. They don't say that to no black people. Okay, Black Cubans. They don't say that to nobody. Whether you Dominican or Puerto Rican. Okay, from the Panamania. They don't say that. Brazil. They don't say that. Only us say, hey, you're African. It doesn't matter if centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries ago you left Africa. Africa has changed entirely since we've left. Okay, for the ones that came here, because there are black people who are here. That's a fact. There were black people who are here. That is a fact. It's not a rumor. It's not a conspiracy. It's not something we believe. We have scientific evidence to prove black people were here that nobody can refute. All right. But the Africa, because there was a slave trade during this, Africa is a different continent now. Those countries, they weren't even developed countries. They were just lands with tribes. They didn't really have countries and nations like that. They just had different tribes and kingdoms. Africa is a completely different place today than it was 500 something years ago. But you mean to tell me we can't claim the place we built? We got to claim a place that's not the same 500 years ago? Where's that standard with anybody else? Where's that standard with anybody else? You don't even have that same standard with Africans. A lot of Africans that live in a certain nation, they weren't living there 500 years ago. Their ancestors had to move to that place. Nobody says, hold on, you don't know where you're from unless you know where your great grandfather's grandfather is from. What? What? Notice that nobody else gets told that. It's only us who get told that. And then when we refute that, the whole we're African, and I'm not saying Africa as a continent is bad. It's a place, it's a continent. It's a lot of different people on that. Nobody's saying they're all bad or Africa is all bad. But realistically speaking, we had an ethnogenesis. And I don't think any of us are making the argument that we don't have any African heritage. We don't have any African DNA. I'm not making that argument, but I'm making the argument that when you say we're African, no, our primary identity is in the country we built. Just like you guys' primary identity is in the country you built. Okay? All right? Our primary identity is that. As far as the nation is concerned, your primary identity as far as the nation is not going to be a nation that you may have been from 500 years ago, that your ancestors 500 years ago may have been from. That doesn't make any sense. And nobody else gets held to that standard. They don't even hold the Caribbean to the same standard, even though they say the Caribbean was also enslaved as well too. So no, we're not going with that. No, we are foundational Black Americans. And we're not going to sit up there and be shamed because y'all want us to be this nationless, because it's not like a nation is claiming us. Africa is not a nation. Africa is not a country. It's a continent. We got to be this nationless, generic Africans. Why they want us to do that is because for the longest time, foundational Black Americans have been treated like the unwanted stepchild. Right? And not even the unwanted stepchild. We've been treated like we're the unwanted foster child of the diaspora. You know how in the Cinderella movie where you had the two ugly sisters and then you had the foster sister who was Cinderella and she had to do all the work, cleaning all the house chores and stuff like that. And the sisters who were ugly and all of that stuff, they picked on her for no reason. They want us to be like that. They want us to be the Cinderella, where we feel like we don't belong anywhere and everybody gets to pick at us and make fun of us, talk about the fact that we speak English, talk about the fact that we were former slaves, talk about our culture. They get to criticize us and reprimand us. We can't do that to them, but they can do that to us. And now because we're recognizing and we're taking pride in our nation and the nation our ancestors built, they can't really do that. Okay? They can't do that to us. So it's this thing of them wanting to clean away our ethnicity. That's what they're trying to do. Anytime they try to say, no, we're African, that is cleaning and erasing our ethnicity, which they want because it's easier to manipulate a person or a group of people without a nation, without an ethnicity, without a sense of belonging. So that's where they're trying to erase our ethnicity. And we're not letting that happen. We're not letting that happen. Let me get to some of the super chats. There's been a lot. Okay. Hold on. Shout out to Lord Shaw. Appreciate that. Boxing again says, we created Black and beautiful, man. Yeah, we did. You're African. But you know, it says, but now you want to claim Black because we made it a good thing, not a bad thing. That is true. We are the ones who made Black popping. FBA forever. We the ones who made Black popping. We the ones who did that. And an African woman asked me, what is Black American culture? I told her, you're living in it. That's true. And the fact that they don't respect, we would never go anywhere and go anywhere in the world and say, man, y'all really don't have a culture here. We would not do that, but they do that to us all the time. Okay. I'm not liking this video, even though I hope you do, because it's indigenous, barbecue is indigenous American. We the big bro. We the big bro. We are. Instead of us being treated like the ugly foster child, we're actually starting to understand our position and say, you know what? We demand to be treated how we're supposed to be treated. We demand that. That's what we demand. But they sit up there, they get mad. They get mad. Now they sitting up there calling us a damn cult and a damn psyop and
Families,
like
things we
that.
got.
Now they out
Black
here
families,
doing that.
things we got to talk
A
about.
cult and
The
a psyop and all of
pseudo-nationalism,
this
the
and
white
all. You know,
supremacy
okay, hold on.
pipeline. Right.
I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. This African American.
Yeah, I'm gonna start downloading the
Black
videos from now.
families,
It's a
things we
lot
gotta talk
faster,
about.
but Lord.
Premises pipeline. Right now, there's about 3 groups that are becoming more popular, and I think the reason for that, Black families, some things we got to talk about. The pseudo-nationalism to white supremacist pipeline. Right now, there's about 3 groups that are becoming more popular, and I think the reason for their popularity is that our education systems are extremely poor here in America. There is a lack of understanding.
First off, notice
people do not understand things.
Notice
they create
that
conspiracies. They create.
Come on, man. And I didn't mean to like the video either. Don't do that. Notice that they keep calling FBA a group. FBA, oh, it's a group of people. It's a group. No, it's a lineage. And they keep trying to frame it as a group because there's a movement. And I'm seeing people who I like to use the identity of FBA, the identifier, not identity, because it's either you're a part of the lineage or you're not. FBA is just the name. So that's just an identifier, a very specific identifier. But other people like to use different identifiers like Freedman. Other people like to use different identifiers. I've seen people do use Black, Indigenous, or American Indian. People use identifiers like ADOS. People use identifiers like Sulan. People use different identifiers. Some people just say Black American. Okay. So people use different identifiers, but the movement is not just FBA. The movement is about the lineage. It doesn't matter the identifier that somebody chooses to use. I mean, people have their own preferences as far as that's concerned. You already know mine. But the movement is what they're trying to criticize. But what they're trying to do is frame FBA, because we're the most popular identifier, or it's the most popular identifier. They're trying to frame FBA as a group. So that way they can attack the movement without making it seem like they're attacking the movement.
Things that are not based in reality. These 3 groups are FBA, Foundational Black Americans, ADOS, Americans Descendants of Slaves, and the Black Indigenous Movement. All 3 of these groups take a political posture of being pro-Black, being anti-colonialist, anti-imperialist. These groups, they seek to create some level of sovereignty, but they have no foundation in anti-imperialism. They have no links to Pan-Africanism, and they also refuse Black collectivism. Instead, they focus on exclusionary identity claims rooted in xenophobia. They rely on pseudoscience to back up their claims. They also use revisionist history as a means of empowerment. Now, I created a framework that explains both the phases of the pipeline, historical examples, and the flaws in each ideology. But for this video, we're just going to focus on the different phases of their pipeline. The first phase starts with the articulation of a legitimate grievance. For FBA, their first step was expressing global anti-Blackness. From ADOS, their first step was outlining the lack of reparations. To the Indigenous movement, they express an erasure of Black American history. Another thing that you'll commonly hear when dealing with these groups is that Pan-Africanism didn't work. They look at Pan-Africanism as a singular event versus an ideology. Whereas most Black people worldwide, we can identify that there's a common enemy, and we have more in common with our brothers in Africa, or our brothers in the Caribbean, or our brothers in the UK, or just Black people worldwide than we have with the colonizers.
No. Let's clear this up. Let me clear this up for you guys. As far as, and we're going to get back to it. Pan-Africanism, the concept of it has flaws, but the idea and intention behind it makes a lot of sense. Now, the original concept of it, it is flawed, but turn the volume up, please. I really can't. On that stuff, let me see. Oh, I can. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. Okay. A concept makes sense, but the thing is, it was not supposed to be just an ideology, or mainly an ideology. It was supposed to be a strategy. It was supposed to be a strategy based off of, now I got a cough drop, hold on. So that's why I'm like, whoa, you guys looking around. It was supposed to be a strategy for all black people to stick together. Okay. And in America, I help you. In Africa, you help me. In America, the Caribbean, we help the Caribbean. The Caribbean help us. The Caribbean help Africa. Africa help the Caribbean. It was supposed to be a strategy to combat white supremacy, where everybody was on code. The problem is that never took off the way it was supposed to, because nobody else was about that. Everybody else was about, well, I only care about what happened to us and to our ethnicity. I could really care less about what happened to another person's ethnicity. Pan-Africanism, pan means unity, okay? The unity of quote-unquote Africanism. If every nation is not on that page, and I'm not even talking about everybody, but I'm talking about if most of everybody is on a different page, if everybody is on this tribalism page, then there is no Pan-Africanism. We're not saying that because we don't like you guys, but we're looking at this strategically and saying, strategically speaking, there's tribal wars all through Africa. Strategically speaking, they don't support each other. They don't band together and support each other in the Caribbean like that. They got tribal beefs there. So if there's a bunch of tribalism, how is there Pan-Africanism? So when we say, hey, well, you know, all this Pan-Africanism thing, I guess we're going to have to move to the next phase. If plan A didn't work, we got to move to plan B. But they are so married to plan A like it's some type of religion, that there's no other option besides plan A. No. Plan A was us coming together on the accord of us all being the same people in different places and working together as a family, as a big global family against racism and white supremacy, colonialism, all right? Against the system of white supremacy. But the thing is that y'all, with your tribalism, and I'm not saying every single person, but the continent itself has too much tribalism. They don't have Pan-Africanism in Africa. So if we look at that, we're like, okay, well, I guess the most logical thing to do is to move on to plan B. Since y'all not going to be with it, then now we're going to have to move on. That's what it is. It was not no religion. And too many people feel like it's some type of religion that you find your true self with Pan-Africanism. No, it was supposed to be a strategy to combat white supremacy. Y'all are not on that page, so we got to come up with a new strategy. That's what it is.
Second step is the essentialist identity formation. Each of these groups will normally form a rigid identity category that focuses on lineage over liberation. So you will hear, we built this country, we are not Africans, we are the real natives. At this point, all three groups normally will adopt a stance.
Well, and another it's not lineage over liberation. We're focusing on our lineage for liberation, which is why we're pushing so hard for reparations, intangibles, and a hate crime bill, and things that will actually benefit the community. Trust me, we didn't lose the plot. Y'all the ones who never got on board, not us. Not us. We know what we're doing. The whole, y'all don't really care about liberation. No, we do. We do. We care about liberation. But the thing is that we're not going to kick you guys or drag you guys kicking and screaming. That's been the thing. We've been having to force and drag you guys and damn near beg you guys to be on the same page. Okay? And it's not just all of these immigrants, all of these quote unquote people of color. We were supposed to be on page and locked in with the Asian community. They said nope. We were supposed to be that with the Hispanic community. They said nope. And then we're supposed to be that with the African community. Okay, with the diaspora. They said no. So if it's like that, we got to move on. We're not going to sit up there and drag you guys kicking and screaming, or we're not going to sit up there and save you guys when we know you guys are not going to do the same.
That speaks negatively on Africa or just disconnects themselves from Africa by saying we are not from Africa, We don't have any connection with Africa. We've been separated for too long. We don't know anything about Africa. We're now American. The third step is internal fragmentation and creating a hierarchy. They redefine Blackness through exclusionary filters such as immigrants, mixed race people, Africans, Caribbeans. Anybody with mixed loyalties is seen as an outsider or a saboteur. This is where we get the...
Yeah, that's the way you do it. What type of movement are you a part of? If you got mixed, not lineages, but if you got mixed damn agendas, if you got an agenda outside of the community, then yes. If you have an allegiance outside of what is in the best interest of the community, yes, you're sabotaging. Because we need people whose allegiance is for what is in the best interest of the community. And the problem is we got too many people with dual allegiances. No. So yeah, we got, what are you talking about?
Slur, tether. This is for foreign Blacks, and it's used as a way to gatekeep real Blackness. The fourth step is the mimicry.
The word tether, and I keep pausing. He says the word tether is used to gatekeep Blackness. No, it's not. It's used to differentiate the immigrants who are on code and the ones who aren't. By us calling people tethers, that's us showing you guys that we're not just anti-immigrant. That's showing you that we are making a differentiation. We are forcing you all to delineate because y'all don't want to do it. We're forcing the delineation between the tethers who are undermining us and then the immigrants who are cool. With the whole, oh, you guys are saying they're not Black. No, because we would call all of them tethers. But we keep having to repeat the same thing. We don't call all of them tethers. All of them are not tethers. So by definition, tethers have to be an exclusive thing. What makes you a tether is your behavior and your actions. That's what makes you a tether. We don't call all immigrants tethers. We don't do that. But according to them, nobody should be called a tether. Even Myron, even Brian Donalds, even Candace, none of them should be called tethers.
Of nativist rhetoric, they begin to parrot white nationalist talking points, advocating for closed borders, merit-based citizenship, cultural purity, anti-globalism, and a disdain for refugees. You'll hear things like, Africans are coming for our resources. Illegal immigrants get all of the benefits. The fifth step is the direct alignment with the white power structure. They normally will echo or directly align with right-wing politicians and reactionary figures, citing them to validate their views on race, immigration, or social collapse. Some of them are even directly sourced or financed by right-wing think tanks.
Okay, can you prove that? Because that's something that they're saying. I'm hearing a lot of people now, they're saying stuff like FBA is being funded by George Soros and we're being funded by right-wing think tanks. Where? Do you have any evidence to substantiate the fact that FBA, which is a lineage, by the way, are being paid? Or any one of us is being paid by some alt-right think tank or alt-right millionaire?
This is how we get to the final step. Functional white supremacy and blackface. They now function as a ideological auxiliary to white supremacy. They undermine global Black solidarity. They normally create competition, attempting to create somewhat of a caste system amongst the Black community, putting ADOS, FBA, or pretendians at the top, and other forms of Black people near the bottom rungs. So they'll weaponize identity politics against other Africans. They'll oppose reparations for African nations. Some have even gotten as extreme as...
No. Who opposes reparations for other African nations? We don't do that. Don't lie. We don't do that. Y'all do that. Y'all will come over here and have Brian Donalds get on the platform and say we don't deserve reparations because he's not going to get none. Y'all will have a damn task force and have Coleman Hughes say we don't deserve reparations, and Candace Owens say we don't deserve reparations. Okay, that's what y'all been doing. Y'all will come up in here and have the damn Obamas say, well, he's not giving us no reparations or doing anything specific for Black people, and the damn Kamala Harris's say that she's not going to do anything specific for black people. We don't ever do that to y'all. We don't go to y'all country and then try to get in y'all mix and say what y'all do or don't deserve. And we don't do that here. No, that's a projection, dude.
As wanting to wage war or oppress other African nations. At the end of the day, these movements are driven by assimilationism. I'm going to do a breakdown in the second video. Right now, we're running out of time.
Now, notice
Black
in all of
feminists,
these
things we got to
people,
talk about.
they're not even, he's not even
The
going to
pseudo-national-
acknowledge what Africans are doing. There's not even a slight acknowledgement of what Africans are doing. Okay? It's all us. We're the only people to blame. We're the only people to blame. And they sitting up there making it seem like we some type of hate group and cult. You got a whole bunch of people. It's slander against FBA.
So now I'm saying y'all.
And what I'm
saying
so
y'all don't wanna
glad
shop, or y'all
is
wanna
that I
boycott
showed you guys the video
African stores and
beforehand.
African people.
I showed y'all the video. Okay. I showed y'all all of the videos of what the tethers was doing and had nobody address them, had nobody check them. Now they're gonna be all like, man, FBA, y'all so bad, y'all so bad. Y'all, you didn't say nothing to them, no. So don't say nothing to us.
I'm saying y'all don't want to shop or y'all want to boycott African stores and African people. Nonsensical. But that's what you're gonna do. Then do me a favor. Don't take your ass to Walmart. Don't go to Publix. Don't go to none of the European owned stores. Just go to FBA only stores. That's FBA only. Since y'all want to segregate yourselves from everybody else, make that shit make sense. Oh, we're gonna boycott African stores. Don't even go to the. Don't even go eating your Caribbean food. Don't go do none of that. Don't mess with none of the people who understand the African. Just strictly FBA. Just only mess with FBA. Only go to FBA stores. Don't go to no European owned stores. You know. Yeah, just segregate yourself from everybody else. Because if you don't want to be with your people, and other people don't want you to be with them either, then you are by yourself. See, what y'all don't understand is if you don't want to be African, that's fine. I'll let you not be African, right? I'll let you live in your delusion. Some of y'all, you know, but that don't mean I'm gonna stop teaching and saying what I'm saying, because people who are on the fence and just are miseducated or didn't have the opportunities or didn't find the right, you know what I'm saying, avenues of education. But everybody else who just decide to be ignorant, decide to sell their own people out. Yeah, since you want to sell your own people out, you want to boycott your own people, you want to boycott immigration, you don't want your people to be here or be around you. You want to be by yourself. Only go to your own stores. Don't go to no Walmart. Don't get no Caribbean food. Don't mess with no African food. Don't even get the fruit. No, nothing. Shit, we about to take your skin from you next. So now I'm saying y'all don't want to shop or y'all want to.
Don't dare, no, nothing. Don't dare us. Don't dare us. Don't do it. And what's funny is that y'all trying to double down. Y'all thinking it's a game. See, the thing is that it's in August, right? The boycott. Y'all have plenty of time, or y'all have plenty of time to be like, hey, you know what? We apologize. You know, let's talk this out. Let's talk this through. We don't even want to have a conversation. It shouldn't even honestly get to a point where people are even bringing the word boycott up. It shouldn't even have gotten to this point. But I showed you guys why I got to this point. And instead of Africans taking accountability, Africans and Caribbeans taking accountability for what they've done, they're sitting up there like, man, why don't y'all do it now? I'm not scared. I dare you to do it. Instead of y'all just taking accountability and learning to have some damn respect, y'all saying, I dare you. I'm promising y'all that's the wrong move. I promise y'all that. That's the wrong move. Don't dare us to do nothing. Because even the people who weren't going to do it might think about doing it when y'all start daring folk. But you got people out here, yeah, I mean, they bad mouthing.
There's an internet psyop.
Okay. Hold on, let's pull this up.
There's an internet psyop taking advantage of undereducated African Americans called the FBA movement. FBA stands for Fear of Being African, I think, and it's causing a sect of African Americans who didn't graduate high school for the most part to grab onto.
We didn't graduate high school for the most part. Notice the little insult. Yeah, a set of us who didn't graduate. We got people who got college degrees. We got people who was in the military, all in the movement. We didn't. Oh yeah, y'all did. Do y'all want to talk about the schools in Africa? Let's talk about the schools in Africa. Why you guys are coming over here trying to get into HBCUs, something we've been in. We've been in HBCUs. Y'all just starting to get there. Are there any historic universities, some grand universities where you're from? No, none, which is why you guys come over here. Let's not talk about the educational system in the Caribbean. Let's not go there. Why you want to talk, oh, these people didn't graduate high school. Let's not go there. Y'all got illiteracy rates down the drain in some of y'all countries and tribes. And I'm not even trying to go there, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Certain catchphrases and hot terms to disparage African people and distance themselves from their own African ancestry. They claim they've always been in America, and the Native Americans are really the ones who came over to America. Or like, it's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Something I noticed about these people online is that every single one of their accounts look a lot like bot accounts. And the ones that aren't bot accounts, you can tell by their profiles that these are losers. These are people that contribute nothing to the African American community, but they're so proud of being African American based on I don't fucking know what. And I'm an African American. I'm very proud of my ancestry. I'm proud of the things that we've accomplished. I'm proud of who we are. But we're African people that were born in America. And the most intelligent thing we can do strategically and socially and politically is to connect with the continent. Otherwise, if we isolate ourselves in the Americas, we will get genocided. So whoever is behind this psyop wants you all to get murdered. You're distancing yourselves from Caribbean folks and African people saying they want to be us, and like it's the dumbest shit ever. I just want people to be aware of it. Don't fall for it. It's like the African American MAGA, meaning you're getting nothing out of it. And it's always the lowest of us, literally the lowest of us, the least intelligent, the least attractive, the least wealthy are holding on to that just the same way the worst white people hold on to MAGA, you know? Like Dr. Umar said, if you don't want to be African, fine, stay the fuck away from us, okay? And don't speak for us. Don't speak to African people on our behalf. Don't speak to Caribbean people on our behalf because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. They're not trying to steal your identity or steal the reparations that you will not get from America. So let us smart people connect with the continent, connect with our heritage, connect with who we are. Foundational. What the fuck? The founding of what? America, a genocidal white supremacist country that's owned by Israel. But you guys have been in America. You're so proud. You're a bunch of fucking dummies. There's an internet psyop.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. You see? Do you see what we're dealing with? We're getting if we separate from Africa, we're getting murdered. Do y'all not know that we were here for a very long time before any of y'all got here? You guys are really thinking you're more important to the story than you really are. And we got to humble you a little bit. We survived a lot without y'all assistance at all. It's not like Africa came to end slavery ever. Just keep that in mind. While the damn Europeans was running back and forth, picking folk up from Africa with little to no resistance whatsoever, by the way, but they were coming back and forth and picking people up from Africa. It's not like y'all was all like, we got to save our brothers. Y'all didn't do that, okay? Y'all never came over here to end slavery. Just keep that in mind. We just got to tell the history for what it is. Y'all, so we've been kind of doing what we've been doing by ourselves for the longest before y'all got here. And then y'all will get here and say, hey, I'm not here for no revolution. I'm here to make money. But if we don't connect with y'all, we just gonna die. Oh, yeah, look, come on. And y'all stupid. And this is the psyop. If y'all don't want to be African, okay, all right. Stay away from we can stay away from you. If you thinking we gonna die, if we need y'all, but y'all fleeing here. We need y'all, but y'all fleeing here. I don't know how that works, but okay, I guess that works somehow. I don't know how, I don't know, but it works somehow, I guess. Just Ice says, what did Black Americans build in America? You didn't build the country. You didn't build the military. It says you didn't build the school system. No one has to go through FBA for anything in America. Damn, you got a troll that sent the damn Cash App. All right. You got the haters is paying to get their message out there. What did we build in America? You didn't build the government. Yeah, we did. And even the presidents acknowledged that we built the government. The president has also acknowledged that we saved the government. They also acknowledged that slavery built the wealth for the rest of the country. We didn't build the schools. Actually, yes, we did. We didn't build the hospitals. Actually, yes, we did. We didn't build the roads. Actually, yes, we did. Actually, it's a lot harder to name something that we didn't build. The list would be a lot shorter. Pick something we didn't build. How about that? But we got the haters paying. All right. Hey, it is what it is. Now we got Javant says SO salute to American freedmen winning the Supreme Court yesterday and getting their tribal benefits. Hey, that's salute to that. Keep delineating. It's working. Yep, it is. It is. Chandler says, don't get too excited, Afro. These are nothing but COINTELPRO tactics, but none of them. But hold on, let me see what. Oh, sorry, man. But none other than the CIA. Yeah, the CIA. Yeah, COINTEL. Yeah, it is. And a lot of people are upset. And then you have paid agents who are saying certain things. You got people who are upset about it, calling us divisive and all of that stuff. And unfortunately, you got some people who might be half FBA saying some slick stuff. So you got the Pan-Africanist. You got the Pan-Africanist saying stuff. And what I'm saying is that where were y'all when Michael B. Jordan needed help? Where were y'all when we were told we couldn't go to the Carnival Festival? Where were y'all when the South Africans was dogpiling us? Where were y'all when you got African podcasts saying that we're lazy and they work better and they're harder and all of this stuff? Where were y'all when Brian Donalds got into the reparations mix? Y'all were not there, but y'all want to be here now. But it's too late now. Okay. Hold on, let me show you.
Black Americans are beginning to use racism in the same way that
and now they're comparing us to white supremacists.
Right? You have minority groups in the same way a minority group. Black Americans are beginning to use racism in the same way that Zionists use anti-Semitism, right? You have minority groups in the same way a minority group, the Jewish community, weaponize anti-Semitism to push supremacist talking points to the detriment of other people. You have the Black American community pushing supremacist talking points to the detriment of everybody who's not Black American. So I say this.
Notice they can't quote quote unquote supremacist talking point. When we say we built the country, according to them, that's a supremacist talking point. When we have pride in our ethnicity, according to them, that's a supremacist talking point. What are we saying? We're not wishing any harm on you all. We're not wishing bad on any of you all. We're not out here trying to harm you all. We're not advocating against you guys. We're talking about the pride of our lineage. And that's a quote unquote supremacist talking point. I don't know. I don't know, man. You see that? And then now you're comparing us to Zionists. Even though technically you all are coming in behaving like colonizers. You all are coming in, you're deliberately undermining the native population here. You're deliberately threatening the native population here. You're deliberately wishing harm on the native population here. You're getting into political office, and then you want to hoard the resource for the immigrant community. It's no wonder why all of the immigrants in office, they tend to look out for other immigrants. They don't look out for the natives, the lineage. They don't look out for us. They look out for other immigrants. That's colonization. When you're coming here taking the resources of a place that was already established, you're hoarding resources and opportunities for your own people and undermining and wishing harm on another group of people. That is colonization. That's the behavior that a lot of the tethers are acting like.
I'm treating it like white supremacy, white supremacist talking points. I'm treating it like Zionism. Just because you're a minority doesn't mean that that shit's okay. And so I'm treating the FBAs and people who push that shit accordingly. If we're your enemy, you're my enemy. You're our enemy. And I encourage the immigrant, African, Caribbean, Palestinian, Arab, etc. community to do the same.
Hold on. Whoa, hold on. So you won't notice that. What are the Palestinians and Arab community? Where are you from? Where are you from? You want the Palestinians and Arabs to treat us as enemies, even though they already do. Notice that. Notice the fact that they try to assemble a whole team, a squad against us. Now, all it is Pan-Africanism. You trying to team up with the damn Palestinians and Arabs against people you claim are from Africa. Y'all tend to love teaming up with everybody but us. I just can't help but notice that. Can't help but notice it's a lot easier for y'all to team up with people except us. And y'all would rather team. That's very telling. That's very telling. I don't think we even need to say no more. Okay. All right. But then you got some people who have a soft spot, and you got some people who are saying, oh no, we shouldn't be doing them like that. What's wrong with us? We doing too much, and it's too bad, and it's too no. And I'm saying this is why the boycott, this is why we're at this point. This is why we're here. This is why we're here.
If you're not black, just keep scrolling. This video is for
First off, oh, I don't want to even go here, but y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't even want to say it, but y'all already know what I'm about to say. But look, we're going to listen to this video because it seems like she got a lot on her mind. It seems like she's been thinking about a lot. She's got a lot on her mind right now. So it just seems, I mean, Lord, head look like a bean. Stop. Why y'all saying she look like an alien? Oh my God, look at y'all in the chat room saying she look like a light bulb. Stop it. Saying she look like a bean. Stop it. Saying she got the most oval head you've ever seen. Why are y'all saying these things? Why are y'all saying she look like Jimmy Neutron? Why are y'all saying these? That's so mean. Why are y'all doing her like that? Why are y'all doing her like that? Okay. Why are y'all saying she look like she can read minds? Why are y'all doing her like that? Flat screen TV. Why y'all doing? Why nigga you ET? Oh no. Y'all gotta stop. Why y'all saying she look like a Martian? Why y'all doing her like she's a nice lady, probably? Why y'all doing her like that? Why y'all saying a hat can't fit on her head? Why y'all saying that? That's me. Why y'all saying it looked like she got to step into a room head first? Why y'all doing that? Why y'all saying that she needs an extra mattress for a pillow? Why y'all saying those things? That's not a nice thing to say. Oh my God. What? Why are y'all saying her head is so big her mother had to do a C-section? Why are y'all saying that? That's not right. It's mean. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Why are y'all saying that when she goes to the movie, people can't see from behind her because they're looking at her head? Why are y'all saying that about her? That her head be blocking the movie screen? Why do y'all say these rude, mean things about other people? I'm not saying none of this stuff. That's what y'all saying. I'm just saying what y'all saying because I'm not saying this stuff. I'm nice. Y'all not nice. I can't believe it. Man. Okay, but let's see. She got a lot on her mind, so let's listen to what she has to say.
African Americans and African brothers and sisters. Specifically for us, I am so confused. Why am I seeing that on August 1st, African Americans or a specific African American has forged a protest against African businesses, from African restaurants, African braiding salons, anything that is African owned? They have started a campaign that on August 1st, we as Black Americans will be boycotting these businesses. What the fuck is wrong with us? What is wrong with us just as a people, as Black Americans, African Americans? What the fuck is wrong with us that it makes sense to boycott African businesses because you may have had a bad experience with a African business? You've also had a bad experience with an Asian business. You've had a bad experience with a white business. You've had a bad experience with a Hispanic business, and so on and so forth. Where's the energy for those businesses that continuously come into our communities and disrespect us? But you want to start a war, a beef, continue a beef with Africans? Like, make it make sense. We are all.
One thing I don't like is that on this very channel, not even talking about the For the Culture channel, but on this very channel, we talk about the disrespect from all of the immigrants. We talk about the disrespect from the Palestinians. We talk about the disrespect from the Asians. We talk about the disrespect from the Hispanics. We've been talked about that and pulled up receipts. So they cannot make it seem as if this is just some particular hatred or anger towards them. Anybody who disrespects the lineage gets the smoke. Any and everybody. We're not singling them out. Every time we address them, they be all like, oh, no. Well, what about the Asians? Oh, no. What about the white man? Oh, no. What about the... No. We be giving it to everybody. But when it's y'all turn, y'all always try to deflect and say, well, no, but they've been doing it. No, it don't work that way. Anybody who disrespects and steps out of line, disrespects the lineage or the progress of what we got going on, needs to be addressed. And every single time it comes to addressing the diaspora, it's always this thing of, man, y'all attacking y'all own people. Why do y'all do that? What's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all?
Are one. Sure, we can distinguish ourselves as African American or African, but they look at us all the same. They don't look at an African and say, oh, you're African. They don't look at me as an African American and say, oh, she's an African American. No, she's a nigga. They all the same. So what sense does it make that
what does this have to do with them disrespecting us? Notice they always pull that stuff. They always pull that like that's some type of trump card that we all go through anti-blackness. We all got to face racism. That's some type of pass that only they get to use for disrespecting us, because we don't use that pass. We don't get to use that pass of disrespecting them, disrespecting Carnival, disrespecting Haitian Flag Day or Puerto Rican Flag Day or any other foreign holiday or festival and say, well, hold on now, when the cop pulls us over, he gonna see black. It's not like he gonna ask. That's their little trump card about quote unquote facing racism that allows them to disrespect it. This ain't got nothing to do with us getting pulled over or discriminated against. This is about y'all behavior towards us. And every time we address that, it's always, oh, no. Because the white man, no. Because if that's the same, if we keeping that energy, then y'all need to practice the same level of camaraderie we do. But you guys are gaslighting and forcing us to practice some camaraderie because of racism, even though y'all not going to hold that standard for yourselves.
We're boycotting our own people. Sometimes we can really be our own worst enemy. They don't even need to do anything to divide us. There's nothing more that they need to do. We can complete the mission ourselves. The self-hate, because that's what it is. It's self-hate. There is no way. I don't even know how this thing even got legs. How did this even get legs? You got people agreeing with it, like, yeah, when I go into the hair braiding shop, that's why black women ain't got edges, and that's why black women got bald spots or losing hair because they braid so tight. What? That's the reason why you're boycotting them? Because you made a choice to let somebody braid your hair a certain way and you didn't get the desired results? So that's justification to boycott an entire community of people? Like, y'all dumb.
Okay. And this is the gaslighting. What are y'all doing? The video is very self-explanatory as to why there's a boycott. We get that. We know why there's a boycott. All right. The boycott is out of the disrespect that we keep having to deal with. We keep having to face. We keep having to address you guys. So at this point, you're leaving damn near no choice because y'all will openly admit y'all don't plan on stopping. Y'all will openly admit that y'all don't have any intention on stopping whatsoever. So you're leaving a group of people with absolutely no choice whatsoever. But to say, okay, well, we're going to have to stop supporting you guys until you guys learn some respect. We're not boycotting because we had a quote unquote bad experience here or there. We're not. No, that's not what we're doing. Okay. But here goes the Pan-Africanists. The Pan-Africanists just, I mean, they losing their damn minds. They're losing their damn minds. Hold on. Let me pull this clip up. Now, I mean, I'm telling y'all, we locked and loaded with receipts. I hope y'all hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button because we locked and loaded with receipts tonight. It's just been receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. That's not the button I meant to press. I meant to press the other button. I'm always pressing the wrong buttons. Okay. Look at this.
Brought to a home that's being renovated. If a 4-year-old child gets kidnapped, brought to a home that's being renovated, the owners of that home tell that child, you are now my slave, and you're going to help me build this home. That child does that. He has no choice but to do what the owners, his now slave masters, tell him to do. He does such a good job at building a home, it becomes the biggest, baddest, best home on the entire block. The owners are so happy with the labor that their former slave has done for them. They tell that slave, yo, you know what? You're no longer a slave. As a matter of fact, instead of keeping you in the cages, in the basement and outside in the shed, we're going to give you a room downstairs in this home that you helped build. And on top of that, you're pretty funny and pretty strong, stronger than all of us. We've never seen anything like this before. We're willing to pay you exorbitant amounts of money to keep us entertained, right? So now the 4-year-old is no longer 4. A bunch of time has passed by. Now he's like mid-20s. Like so much time has passed by, like damn near 30 years old, right? Let's say he's almost 30, right? He now calls this place his home, the place that he renovated. But no Nobody's transferred any deed to his name. Nobody said, yeah, you know what? You do own part of this. In fact, the owners of the home still control everything in the house that's relevant. They control all utilities. They control your curfew. They control everything about the home. They just let you live there and they give you money to entertain them. Like, home is where you're wanted, isn't it? Like, isn't that called Stockholm syndrome? Like when a kid gets kidnapped and then falls in love with their kidnapper, isn't that called, isn't there a disease or a name for that? So then, right now he's in his mid-20s, in his mid-20s, about to be 30 years old. His old neighborhood, where they actually took him from, where he was 4 years old, goes, oh my gosh, it's you. I remember you. Look, we look just the same. Like, you came from here. Now the mid-20-year-old former slave goes, nah, I don't even identify with y'all anymore. I'm living here with my captives so good. Like this is my new home now. Look, I helped build it. It's the biggest home on the block. Like wouldn't y'all call that person crazy? Like the parents in the former neighborhood would be like, no, that's not your home. They brainwashed you. Like you helped build it, but that they don't really like you there. They don't want you there. Can't you see that? And you turn around and like, nah, get out of here. You're just a booty scratcher. You know what I mean? Like, I don't identify with nothing that you got going on. Like tell me what I'm missing here. Like, is that a good analogy? Let me know what you think about this.
No, it's not. Because you're being very disingenuous, and I let the whole thing play, didn't interrupt one time. Okay, first off, you're saying people came there when they were 4 years old. There have been foundational Black Americans who were born here, grew up here as slaves, had children who were slaves, had their children who were slaves, and died here. All right? We did not come, the first part he's wrong with is we did not come to a land and renovate. You renovate a house that's already built. We didn't come to America and renovate America. America was not a country in the world until we built the United States. We had to build the United States, really the 13 colonies even before then. So we didn't come to a country and then renovate the country. And then we're here for several generations down the line. And you're missing out on a very key aspect. Because when we talk about the slave trade, they keep saying like stolen and taken. Yeah, the people who were shipped to America or the New World were taken against their will. But on the other hand, it's not like y'all was just coming there. The Europeans was coming there just kidnapping all of the slaves. A lot of the tribal chiefs and village run government, they were selling slaves. It was a business. It was a back and forth business. They weren't coming there fighting a bunch of people and then grabbing the people they could. No, they were selling them off. So you mean to tell me, and y'all just don't like to admit that. That is the truth. That's the truth. And then when we say, no, we built this country, oh, you shouldn't take any pride or even acknowledge the country you built. Why? Yeah, we understand we have oppressors and we still fighting them to this day. We never stopped. We're not sitting up there, the Stockholm syndrome thing. We're not in love with the white supremacists. We are not. Y'all the ones got the statue of white Jesus. Can we go there? Who's got the big statue of a Caucasian Jesus? In here or there? Well, we the ones with the Stockholm syndrome. Okay. Oh boy, come on now. We the ones with the Stockholm syndrome. Y'all got the white Jesus, and y'all not trying to help nobody. We got a whole bunch of Pan-Africanists sitting up there acting like, oh, it's so bad, and we both. And I don't like it when they make the argument that we all wrong, because that's not true.
Very visible divide that is happening, that we are allowing to happen in our Black people and Black people only. Are y'all okay? Do y'all even see what's going on? The very visible divide that is happening, that we are allowing to happen in our generation, that we can clearly see is an invisible hand causing and stirring up division. Y'all really about to sit back and let this happen? Black Americans.
No, it's not no and look, we cannot keep doing that. Because that's the same thing the damn Hispanics were doing. Oh, somebody is trying to divide us. It's the powers that be that's trying to divide us. That's your way of scapegoating and dismissing your part to play, dismissing your disrespect. Anytime we call your disrespect out, oh, it's not me. I didn't do nothing. It's the white man who's making us fight each other. No. You guys have been doing stuff and that has not been addressed and up until now. And every time we address it, it's some type of secret hand that's orchestrating some division. No, this is finally getting the community correct. That you guys have been doing stuff and wilding out for the longest time without being addressed, with no type of consequences, with no repercussion, with no pushback. And the second there's pushback is, oh, don't y'all see? The white man loves this. No. We're not doing that. It's always y'all try to use the whole racism thing as a scapegoat to avoid acknowledging and apologizing and stopping your disrespect.
We are not boycotting no Africans. I'm sorry. We are not boycotting our brothers and sisters, especially if y'all ain't gonna run it back on the Chinese, the Arabs, and all of those other people that's over in America that's cutting up and been cutting up for years. We're not gonna do it. I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong, because to be honest, everybody in the diaspora is wrong. And everybody ain't S. And that's the real. We're going to get down to it. Now, what do I mean by ain't none of us S? None of us are actually free. The only one of us who is free is Burkina Faso. And he's fighting for his life every day while we're over here on the internet playing internet games.
No, and see, anytime y'all notice, anytime they acknowledge what Africa's done, they always try to make it seem like it's a 50-50 problem. No, it's not no 50-50 problem. I'm showing you guys they've been the ones to initiate this problem. They've been doing this for years. This is not no new thing. They've been doing the Akata, all that stuff for years. This ain't new. And the only time they acknowledge it is saying, well, everybody ain't wrong. No. You guys came to America to seek refuge, to benefit from rights and opportunities that don't exist where you're from. Otherwise, you wouldn't have left. And you guys are coming here disrespecting the people who set the platform for you all to be here. And you guys are saying our response to your disrespect makes us equally wrong. No, it doesn't. That's like, how many of you guys have been in school, right? Let's say you're in school and there's this kid who's bullying you, a kid who's picking on you. And you don't do anything. You tell the teacher doesn't do anything about it. They pick on you again. You tell the teacher doesn't do anything about it. And again and again, and it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. Eventually, they hit you. You hit them back. And then the teacher pulls you to the side and says, both of y'all are wrong. Both of y'all are equally in the wrong. That's what we're dealing with right now. We've been saying, hey, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to ease up. It's been picking, abuse, hit. We hit back and, oh, hold on. Both of you all need to apologize. Both of you are equally wrong. No, we're not. No, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. Well, we're constantly treated like the damn foster child. And the second we do something in return, we're equally as wrong. No, we're not doing that. We are not, because that doesn't solve the problem. We're not doing that.
We literally around here fighting with each other when we should be either aiding him so that all of us can end up free, or we should be doing whatever we need to do in our own silos, in our own countries, in our own groups, in our own tribes. But instead, we around here acting like we got it like that. Oh, this one is more successful than that one, and that one is no, stop it. We are all the same. We all have that talented 10 who made it out and is doing good, and we all have the poor ones, which is the larger demographic, who is still suffering because of what some other group did to us while we fighting with each other, instead of fighting the ones who did this to us. Y'all, we got an enemy. We have a common enemy who literally sat down and strategized how they could dismantle our communities worldwide. That is who we should be boycotting, and that is who we should be boycotting along. Now, I'm not here to say who's right and wrong, again, because like I said, everybody is wrong.
When you don't say who's right and wrong, and when you try to make it seem like it's a 50-50 issue and that everybody is equally to blame, you don't solve the problem, because the problematic people get a slap on the wrist. if that. Because notice that you're only really addressing us, to be honest. This video was made for Black Americans. This video is not made for the diaspora. It's made for Black Americans. That's who you're referring to in this video. But you can't technically say they're not doing anything wrong. So what you're trying to do is say everybody is wrong, and everybody is not wrong. Everybody is not doing the same thing. Everybody is not equally wrong. And you would, well, I can't really say who right and wrong. No, you can, but you don't want to.
When you came to America, they told you negative things. You believed it. You regurgitated it. You acted accordingly. When we were younger and in grade school, you got picked on. You didn't like that. Your feelings got hurt, and you held a grudge. Rightfully so. I'm not saying anybody is right or wrong in the midst of it. We're all wrong. We all have a part.
No. First off, and I gotta say this: the whole cotton picker thing, the booty scratcher thing, that I'm starting to believe is just an excuse that they use to claim that they were bullied. I'm starting less and less to believe that they were even called that. Maybe some of them, but the whole African booty scratcher thing, that was a phase, and that died really quick in like middle school. That was not something adults referred to each other as, African booty scratcher. So you mean to tell me that you got to go all the way back to middle school to justify what we were doing? Now, I'm pulling videos and clips up about stuff that happened this year and last year or in the year before that, and in the year before that from adults. But what you're saying is that middle schoolers picking on each other is the equivalent of an adult saying she's going to bring whips and chains to a cotton picking fest. That's what you're saying? That you're saying an adult saying that she doesn't feel bad about slavery anymore is the equivalent of a middle schooler calling someone a African booty scratcher. This is how far they got to reach to try to make some type of false equivalency.
Play in it. And even right now, all of the vile things that are being spit on social media in mixed company, it's got to stop. But most of all, we are not boycotting the Africans. In the meantime, what we need is for all of those who are of like mind, who literally are level-headed, who are not going to be talking crap, because you can't give a backhanded compliment. You can't say, oh, Black Americans, don't boycott us, and then in the same mouthful call them thugs, and that's why y'all killing each other. No, that's what's keeping these wars going. If that's you, you need to shut up. Only the mature ones need to be speaking right now, because all it's doing is causing a greater divide. It's time to come together. Y'all are literally doing the CIA's work for them. I mean, y'all taking it on. You couldn't tell in the beginning that it was bots that was spreading all of this division. You couldn't even tell that. Y'all let the bots get it started, and now you running with it. And we in a full-on internet war, because I'm on the continent, and I can tell you right now, me and all my African brothers and sisters, me and all my Senegalese, we get along, baby. We don't have those issues. But those are all misconceptions. Those are all things that literally, like I said, someone else got it started, and then we just ran with it. I'm on the continent. They are making it clear. It's not them. They ain't y'all, the Africans that travel to America. All of y'all in America realize that deeply rooted in the soil is division. It's like as soon as you step off the plane, it's something that's making you just divide. It's something that's causing confusion. I don't know what type of voodoo hoodoo they did, but baby, y'all got to break free from that thing. Y'all have to break free. It's
No. What happens is, because we're not saying that all of them are like this. We know all of them are not like this. But what happens is that and this is white supremacists' fault. White supremacists, they will pick and choose who gets to come to America. Trust me, they had a whole bunch of damn Sudanese people, but they picked Myron Gaines for a reason. They had a whole bunch of Caribbean people, but they picked Candace's family for a reason. They had a whole bunch of people who apply, but they choose who gets to come here. And that's one of the problems. But the other problem is that you guys have so much tribalism and division in Africa. You're talking about you're in Africa right now and y'all get along. Ma'am, please don't do that like we don't know what's going on. We know what's going on in Africa. That needs to stop. We are not going to sit up here and pretend like Africa is some Wakanda. The fact that you all have so much off-code behavior, so much tribalism, so much division, it's easy for the white supremacists to pick tethers to come to America. It's very easy for them to do that because on the continent, you all are not on code. And you can make it seem like Africa is some big Wakanda and everybody love everybody and everybody gets along, but we know that's not true. Africa is not no Wakanda. It's not no big place of African unity and Pan-Africanism. We know that's not true in Africa and in the Caribbean. So don't lie like we don't know.
Not real life. It's on the internet. That's where it needs to stay. And leave in July, August 1st, it needs to be a boycott of anything that's black on black. Anything. We got to come together. We're not boycotting the Africans. Those are our brothers and sisters. But I am calling for everyone to start speaking with maturity towards each other.
And look, when we do our thing on For the Culture, when we have our lives on For the Culture, we're very mature and respectful. And we engage in, a lot of times, good dialogue. We have our tethers and trolls who come up, but we engage in good dialogue, okay? We let people speak, we hear people out, and we correct misinformation. We are very much so like that. That's our culture. To have maturity, to have dialogue, respectful dialogue. But the thing is that what we're not doing anymore is allowing you all to come into the conversation with no bad faith. We're not allowing you guys to come into the conversation and talk about, you guys really aren't American, you guys are really African. No, we're not doing that, because you're not even coming in with good faith. Y'all are the ones refusing to have a good faith conversation, not us. We not doing nothing. We culturally, we've always been people who are mature enough to kind of talk our problems out. That's what we do. All of that tribalism stuff, that's kind of y'all. But y'all the ones who want to be dishonest and lie to the bitter end. Just lying to the bitter end. There's just no stopping you guys. So we can't talk it out. We can't talk it out because we are the only people being honest. And if we're the only people willing to be honest, then there's nothing we can discuss. There's nothing we can talk out. There's nothing we can negotiate. You guys are lying and you guys won't stop. If y'all would have took a little bit of accountability, we wouldn't be having this problem at all. We wouldn't even be here. And we've been trying to warn you guys and tell you guys, but y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't. But the Pan-Africanists, and this is why I'm saying, y'all got to stop treating stuff like it's a religion. You in Africa, so you got an African bias. If you are in Africa, but let's say you are, you have an African bias. And all of these Pan-Africanists have African biases and Caribbean biases. Okay? So it's the same analogy of the teacher whose favorite student is the bully. And the teacher allows the bully to get away with everything. And then the second the student who was picked on pushes back, now you want to get on the student who was picked on, the victim student, not the bully student. With your African biases, because y'all don't address Kai Cenat, Myron Gaines, Brian Downs, Candace Owens. Y'all don't address them or the tethers. Y'all don't say nothing about them. And then the second we say, you know what? Okay, well, maybe we're going to have to boycott. Oh, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. Then what do y'all say we do? Because you ain't been around when they was pushing me. And then when I push back, now you want to show up there, you can leave. Y'all refusal to be honest and to be slightly fair is why we are at this situation. Okay, so don't tell us nothing.
We ain't boycotting African fucking businesses. What the fuck is wrong? What is going on here, fam? We ain't boycotting no fucking African businesses. Not in America. Not when we got all these other motherfuckers stacked against us that we need to be fighting. You know, when you start boycotting somebody, that's when you have exhausted the possibility of having a fucking conversation. When was the last time you sat down and tried to have a conversation with another individual on this diaspora?
Man, come on, y'all. We be doing that all of the damn time. And they're not, if they don't come to the conversation in good faith, there's no need to have a conversation. So don't do that. Because we've been saying stuff and saying stuff and saying stuff and saying stuff and saying stuff, and they've been thinking we've been playing with them. They think we ain't about it. They think we not serious. They think we a joke. And we keep warning and warning and warning and warning, and they think we playing. They think we bluffing. So yeah, it's time to show them that we nobody to play with. We've been trying to have conversations and trying to dialogue and stuff like that. We have lives all the time when people call up and we explain what our issue is. If they not gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it. How about that?
We ain't boycotting each other. Fuck out of here. It's fucking stupid. And I don't give a fuck who came up with the stupid ass idea. You're a jackass for it. Y'all need to fucking understand the difference between everyday black people and fucking black capitalists. Do you know what this really boils down to? A fucking marketing fail. The goddamn owner, CEO of Essence Magazine, that was a huge motherfucking fail. That woman don't fucking know you. None of you. No, and it doesn't matter where the fuck you come from. She wants your attention so she can market to you. What does that have to do with the sister that braids your motherfucking hair and keeps you looking tight and right every goddamn weekend with your pop-ins and shit? Get the fuck out.
No. Now, Essence might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, let me make sure the volume's all the way up. Essence might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, but the thing is that this is an ongoing issue. Something y'all don't want to admit. This is from Juneteenth, not even this year, but this year and last year and the year before and the year before. This has been an ongoing issue that we keep having to deal with. It's exhausting. We keep having to deal with the same things. It's not just Essence. Essence was the thing where I was like, okay, well, you know what? We about to do something about it then. We about to handle this. Because we've been telling y'all, we've been trying to explain to y'all, we've been trying to tell y'all need to respect us, and y'all thinking we a joke, and we got to show you we're not. So Essence ultimately is the straw that broke the camel's back. This is not the total thing, which is why in the beginning of the live stream, I was showing receipts after receipts after receipts after receipts. All right. I was showing all of this stuff to let you all know this is not no one-off situation where Essence dropped the ball.
Out of here. If somebody tells you to turn your fire on one of your own, that motherfucker don't mean you no fucking good at all. If you have gotten to the point where you are boycotting someone on this diaspora, well, by all motherfucking means, let's have a sit down and talk that shit out first. Okay? But that means that you have tried every other motherfucking thing, and we deserve to give each other every fucking opportunity. You give it to the goddamn white man. So if you're boycotting, that means you've exhausted all other possibilities, and I don't see that here. So let's get our shit together. Stop fucking fighting amongst us.
Notice that the only people, these quote-unquote Pan-Africanists, who have some type of ethnic insecurity and they want to identify with Africa so bad because they believe it's some type of true belonging. They have an insecurity or resistance to acknowledging the fact that their people did build this country. So they're treating it as if they have this bias towards Africa because that's some type of motherland of Wakanda or something. Notice all of the Pan-African videos are addressing us as we're the bad guys. They don't ever address the Africans or the Caribbeans, the tethers from Africa and the Caribbean. They don't ever address them and say, hey, y'all need to stop tripping. Y'all need to stop being so disrespectful. We are the only people that these Pan-Africanists, quote unquote, have any smoke for. There is absolutely no smoke for nobody else except us. And this is what we just not going with no more. We just not having it anymore. And if you guys were a little bit more fair, this boycott would have never been a conversation. It would have never been a conversation where anybody is talking about boycotting. And keep in mind, the boycott is not just about Africa or Africans or Caribbeans. The boycott is about immigrants in general. Okay? So that goes for the Asians, that goes for the Hispanics, that goes for the Arabs, that goes for all of them. The boycott's about immigrants in general. All right? But you have an issue with the African immigrants because you feel like they should be supported, even though you don't hold them to the standard of supporting us back. Because they say, oh yeah, we boost the economy and we do all of this stuff up. But no, not really. Because what y'all do is y'all get money and then y'all send that money back home. That's what y'all do. Y'all don't really help with different and I'm not saying all of them because here comes the all police. Y'all don't help with different programs, school programs, things like that. You know, different Black American businesses. It'd be one thing if we went to a Jamaican restaurant and then the Jamaican restaurant went to the Jamaican person went to a soul food restaurant. But the only people who supports our FBA restaurants are other FBAs. We support the Jamaican restaurants. We support the African braiding shops, but they already have like an automatic boycott thing of our businesses. It's already a kind of like side eye of our businesses in particular. Same with the Asians, same with the Hispanics. We'll go to the taco spot and all that. We'll go to the Chinese spot. They ain't coming to our businesses. So we have to realize, hey, if we really want to get any type of respect, we're going to have to stop supporting them because they need us. Keep this in mind. There's not enough of them to support each other. Maybe with the exception of the Hispanics. But really, there's not enough Asians to support themselves like that, which is why they keep having their businesses in our neighborhoods. There's not enough African immigrants, which is why they keep having their braiding shops in our neighborhoods, or Jamaican restaurants in our neighborhoods, because they need us to support them, because the white folk ain't gonna do it and nobody else is going to do it. They need us to support them. And that support we give of them has actually turned back to backfire on us, because when we give them their money and we support their businesses and they do well, they'll turn around and say, hey, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps all by myself. Why can't y'all do it? I'm doing great all by myself. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all blaming the white man. Y'all blaming racism. But I get it. Why can't we just smarter? We got more culture. We're winning. You guys should be more like us. That's what they get. That's what we get in return for supporting them, even though they wouldn't be here without us anyway. But in return for supporting them, we get told that we're lazy and that they work harder and that they're smarter than us and have more culture than we do. So this got to stop. This got to stop. This has to stop. It has to stop. And at this point, we have to make sure this stops by any means necessary. The Pan-Africanists, too many of y'all, even the FBA Pan-Africanists, y'all have shown y'all are too damn biased. Y'all are too damn biased. Y'all only run defense for the Africans and Caribbeans. Y'all are not fair and impartial at all. So we're going to dismiss you guys, okay? If y'all have this thing where you guys are in love with the continent and y'all want to defend the continent even when they're wrong and y'all don't want to correct them, y'all want to coddle them, okay, fine. We're not going to listen to y'all. All of this coddling the continent and acting like we can't say nothing bad or we can't address them, but they can address us is over with. If we the only ones to do it, then we going to do it. But we've been coddling them for too damn long. It's over with. It's done. It's done. Sitting up there treating us like we the foster child. That's over. That's up. It's up. This is done. It's done. Let me get to super chats. Shout out to Chris. He says they are upset because when we delineate, they can no longer walk around looking like us without paperwork check. That's true. They're upset about the delineation. They failed as buffers, and are trying not to. Yeah. They failed and they are used as buffers, which is why so many of them are in political office. And now we're saying, hey, he can't speak on reparations. She can't speak on reparations. You're not FBA. Oh, and that trick, because it takes their power away from them. That's why Myron gets so upset. Myron, Amru Foodie, his real name. That's why he gets so upset, because when he says, well, as a black man, I'm going to say black people have low IQs. We be all like, Myron, you're not FBA, so you don't have the right to speak. They get, oh, what do you mean I can't speak? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? They get pissed off because, yeah, you don't have no legitimacy to speak on our culture. You don't have no authority to speak on our culture. You are not a representative. You try to use being black as a representative, but you're not FBA. So you can't represent us or speak for our culture even. All right. So by calling out the fact that they're not FBA and delineating, that's taking the power away from them that they were never supposed to have and giving it back to who it really belongs to. Foundational Black Americans. That's what we're doing. All right. Time Out says, I'm all for delineating, but this is so odd. It says, you may have a problem. Says this. You may have a problem with your relatives, but y'all are still Mama African's children. Okay, well, here's the thing. If we have a problem with our relatives, what is going to be done? If we're all Mama's African, I'm not even going to address that. But what is going to be done then? Because this is a problem that it seems like Pan-Africanists don't want to address, that they don't have any intention on stopping. From their own communities, they only got a few of them who will actually call each other out, not many. I will give a few of them credit. I'll always give them credit. The writers, I give the writers credit, but the writers are the minority. So at this point, what are we supposed to do? We got to delineate, but you guys the assault is continuing. So now there has to be some damn circling of the wagon. Now there has to be this. Because this time next year, I promise you, we won't be having this problem. Or at least not to this degree. Something has to happen. All right? If your siblings is acting up and your parents ain't going to do nothing about it, you're going to have to be like, okay, fine. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to support you until you learn to respect me. That's not doing too much. We're not asking or advocating for any harm. Nobody's firebombing their businesses and wrecking their stores and vandalizing their businesses. We're not advocating for any harm to be done to them. We're not advocating for us to do any harm to them. We're not wishing bad on them. We're just saying, you know what? Until you learn some respect, then you're not going to be supported by us anymore. That's to be honest, more than fair. That's more than fair. And then when they get it together, we can all live happily. All right. Rob says, I'll be glad when ICE has many hold on, let me see something. Hold on. Let me look at that. I'll be glad when ICE have as many substantions as the regular police do. Yep, hey. If ICE is funded like the police, if ICE gets funded like the police, a lot of y'all is done for. The way the police get funded. Substations. Oh, I already read that one. Sometimes it can be. Y'all don't know. They changed the format, so it's hard to kind of pick out y'all super chats. I don't like the way they changed it. Because on here, the font is really small now. It didn't used to be that way. It can be very difficult to read now. It didn't used to be that way, but they changed it and they made the words super small. So it is what it is, but you know. Nanaqueek says, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. African braider snatched her edges, pushed her hairline back. That's true. Let's be honest. African braiders ain't really popping like that. Y'all be trying to make it seem like African braiders are lifesavers. Some are good, but y'all not really the lifesavers you guys try to brag about. Okay. Then she says again, he forgot to add the part where the African and Caribbean tethers demanded into life that in that house. They do. They call us house niggas, but they demanded to be house niggas. They're the ones fighting for assimilation to whiteness. They're the ones fighting to be house niggas. We're the ones fighting against the house, and they're the ones fighting to be in the house. Okay, Black Star says, where's Black Star says, FBA versus everyone. Salute, Afro. Yeah, that's true. It's us right now. And then Big SMSLM says, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate you too. Let me see. Man, I don't like the way they changed the format. David says, these immigrants have never reciprocated with us FBAs. Meanwhile, everyone was cool. Everyone was cool with the hate until we FBAs started firing back. That's true. Everybody was cool. It was, see no evil, hear no evil. It was none of that. No, everybody was blind. Folks was blind and deaf. Nobody saw nothing until we started doing something. Now everybody wants to be the overprotective Pan-Africanist. No, we're not doing that. Okay, tell it like it is. He says, it's all fun and games until someone picks up a brick. Yeah, that's true. We've been telling them for the longest to chill, and now we're here. That's true. As far as the boycott, we've been trying to tell them, we've been trying to warn them, we've been saying for the longest time, we've been saying, hey, y'all need to ease up on that. And they deliberately was like, nope, we not y'all. We not y'all. We not FBA. Y'all can't be us. Y'all can't be. We've been saying that for the longest time. And we've been watching back cool and like, hey, damn, that's how it is. That's how it is. Y'all gonna be like that? Okay, if y'all gonna be like that and y'all already delineating, then it's time for us to delineate. If y'all gonna differentiate yourselves, then it's time for us to differentiate ourselves. Okay, y'all not gonna make us this generic, unclaimed, nationless Africans. Well, y'all get to brag about y'all nation and brag about our history like it's all the same. We no. The answer is no. I'm not allowing that to happen. We have a rich history here. We built the place everybody wants to come to, the land everybody wants to flee to. And we're going to finally take pride in that. We're going to acknowledge that. And that is going to be respected whether y'all like it or not. Whether y'all want to or not. You will respect that or else there will be consequences. Now, we're not wishing y'all harm, but we are not obligated to support y'all. Y'all seeing how the damn Hispanics is acting and losing their damn minds. Because they feel like they're obligated for to our support, for us to support them. They feel like they are indebted, okay, and we owe them something. The Democrats also felt that way too. Ask Kamala how that went. That we owe you something. Ask Obama how that's going. Ask the Democratic Party how that's going. That we owe y'all some support. Ask the Hispanics how that's going, that we owe y'all some support. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. That we don't owe y'all anything. Everything we've done for you guys is out of the kindness of our heart. Because we are good, kind-hearted people who just want everybody to be treated fairly. Who want the best for everybody. But we're not going to longer be abused. No longer are we going to just be abused and disrespected and taken advantage of and have our culture and of ethnicity be appropriated and erased. You're not going to erase our significance, not just to this country, but also to the world. You're not going to do that. We won't let it. We won't let that happen. Y'all saying that this is nationalist. No. It's less about the nation and it's more about the lineage. It's not nationalistic. It's our lineage and being pride in our lineage. We are having pride in our lineage. That's what this is. Y'all don't have to like it, but it is what it is, and it's not going nowhere. It's not changing. It's not changing. Family, I appreciate every single last one of you all for being with us this evening. We've been on here for a good amount of time. I'm letting you guys know these are the receipts for the African boycott. And here's what I'm going to say. Patriotize people who respect you. Whether that's other FBAs or Africans or Caribbeans. You need to spend your money where you are respected. And those people who are receiving your money need to give back to the community, our community, instead of having their own little secluded enclaves or shipping our money back home. So if we all get on this page, which we will, because we're forcing the issue now. We're forcing the issue now. Y'all gonna get it together whether you like it or not. I guarantee it that. I guarantee it. All of this, y'all gonna get it together. Whether y'all like it or not. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But trust me, we know how to get people straight. I promise you that. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Soon this will all be over because we gonna show y'all the hard way. FBA saying is that we can show you better than we can tell you. Don't try us, because I'll show you. I'll show you. We will show you better than we can tell you. Y'all want to call this bluff? Y'all want us to start early? Do y'all want us to start early? Because it's the summertime. Do y'all really want us to start early? Y'all want us to extend it a little bit longer? It's like the kid who's grounded, and you say no cell phone for 2 weeks. And then the kid walk around slamming doors, walk around with an attitude. Now the 2 weeks become 3 weeks. The 3 weeks become a month. The month becomes 2 months. We can keep doing this all day. Don't do that, because we can just extend it. Oh, it's going to get, don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to get y'all straight. I'm not even worried about it. You see, I'm not tripping. I'm not. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. This concludes tonight's video. This concludes tonight's live stream. Appreciate every single last one of y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. We are growing really fast. I appreciate every single last one of y'all. Thank you all so very much. Thank you guys so very much for everything you guys been doing. We've been blowing up here. So I appreciate you guys. Okay, we got a new damn standard of the live stream. So I appreciate every single last one of y'all. I remember when we first got 1,000 people in the live. Now we having 1,000+ people in the live, pretty much every live stream. All right. So we just reached a new standard. All right. So y'all make sure y'all support so we can keep the lineage movement. We can stand on lineage business. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button. And if you guys don't get the notification, y'all hit the notification bell, and y'all can follow on social media for extra notifications. All right. Appreciate you guys. We did have some cash apps. Let me get to some of the cash apps, because boy, I appreciate y'all cash apps. Shout out to Natural Folk. Appreciate that. Latrivia again. Ernest Jones, Mini FBA, Christopher. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so very much. My brothers and my sisters, my exceptional family. Be one to every single last one of you all. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys again soon. Y'all stay blessed.